semuanya, kembali lagi bersama dengan Haname. Welcome. Gimana kabar kalian hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras nih? Welcome. Hari. Oh, hari ini Haname mau. Bentar. Aku salah pencet apa tadi? Oke, bersama dengan Haname di sini kita akan ngelanjutin Reverse 1999. Kenapa ini Oke. Kenapa karakterku nge-lag anjir? Halo Monge, halo Golden Fox. Gimana kabar kalian hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras? Nih, welcome. Ya, terakhir kali kita udah di chapter 7. Ditutup dengan ya angst yang sangat banyak ya guys ya. Terus kita Haname nge-push Limbus ya. Jadi ini nggak keurus, anjay, nggak, maksudku ceritanya belum keurus lagi ya. Let's go part 7. Halo Lancho, welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras nih?
Why don't people like the irrational numbers?
Baik, maybe. Why baik, maybe? Kenapanya harus ada maybe? The woman turns around, kissing her down.
Do you feel the same about them, 37?
Anjir, mamanya cakep banget, hey. Woi, maminya cakep banget. Lalu pencet.
Maybe a little?
37 looked down and kicks away a pebble.
See,
Mataku lemes.
I can
Istirahat
count to
bang,
3
kataku mah.
and to 17, but I can never count to something like 0.0100100001000001, let alone use it in calculations. The endless non-repeating decimals would make a mess of the results, and I can't keep the equations as simple and elegant as I
Selamat
want.
datang di Mami Zone. Banyak mami kan di sini.
But your favorite, the circle. The ratio of its circumference to diameter is also an irrational number.
Baru mulai kita disuruh mikir anjir.
Pi is special. I know how it was found and what it represents, so I trust it and use it in my calculations. The same with e, logarithm 2, and root 2.
Bro, ini
But not many irrational numbers are this convenient to work
baru mulai
with.
matematika semua anjay.
Some have no patterns, no simplest forms, and no end. I can't work out their digits, write them out, or calculate them. Not only are they impossible to pinpoint on the number axis, but there's an infinite amount of these irrational numbers. What's so funny, Mama?
You're a clever, silly goose, my dear.
Oh,
You don't dislike them. You just don't understand them enough.
Leaning down, she picked up a soggy twig. Her hand moved, sliding the tip of the twig across the sand. 4 equal perpendicular lines are drawn, with 2 more diagonal lines intersecting in the middle. It is shape of the familiar square.
Take our old friend root 2, for instance. The irrationality of this number can be proven through basic arithmetic, as it cannot be expressed as an irreducible fraction of integers a over b.
Guys, kita diajarin matematika,
A
guys.
simple proof by contradiction is enough, with no knowledge of irrational numbers required. The presence of root 2 is prevalent in nature, and it is particularly noticeable along the diagonals of a square. This means...
Oh, I know. This means the system built solely on the ratio of integers was flawed.
Yes, root 2 is simple, elegant, and one of the greatest discoveries in mathematics.
Belajar sama
It
MTK
showed
sama
the
mama.
existence of
Iya anjir,
every
kita diajari MTK
incommensurable
sama mami.
numbers, with root 2
Mami,
being the
mami,
most
aku mau
obvious
cari aku
one to
dong, mami.
find. This was how the tower of old ideas crumbled, paving the way for revolutionary breakthroughs that catapulted mathematical analysis into uncharted frontiers. We discovered a kingdom beyond our traditional methods, one that's immeasurable, incommensurable, and inexhaustible.
Wait, guys, aku mau cari dulu itu artinya apa anjir? Wait. Immeasurable itu kan tidak terhitung. Incommensurable. Tidak sepadan. Stable itu nggak bisa dihilangkan kah? Tidak ada habis-habisnya. Oke.
And the key to its gates is hidden in plain sight, in the diagonal of a square.
A kingdom of irrationality.
The girl listened intensely. As always, she
I
understood
see now,
quickly.
Mama. We are not all-knowing beings.
Butuh jadi lulusan sastra Inggris emang kalau mau paham algoritmnya reverse. Ya anjir, banyak banget kata-kata yang kayak jarang dipakai gitu, makanya Hanami agak nggak ngerti.
If we get to know the irrational numbers better, we can be friends with them too.
Tapi nggak apa-apa, kita jadi belajar bahasa
You
Inggris.
haven't told me why people on the island hate them.
The image of her mother face fractured. Lah, tiba-tiba fracture. But her smile is clear, gentle, quiet, and almost soothing.
Mama?
Kak, ini story reverse sudah di mana ini? Di chapter 7. Welcome Nanda, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras-waras nih, welcome.
37. You're awake.
The girl sat upright in bed, her eyes staring into the air in dismay.
Sophia? How long was I out?
You've been in a coma for a week.
Weak? Her words are cut off as 37 jumped off the bed, thrusting her way out.
No, stop! You're not well yet! There's no time. I have to find 6. I have to tell them now. Our circle has been broken.
Halo Ari, welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras-waras nih, welcome. Hello.
Now we've learned some manners in a payron, haven't we? Namely, to abstain from beans, never parcel off a loaf, and stay away from the white roosters on the road.
Ini suaranya beda tuh sama.
It's been so long since we last talked about these things. How time does fly. This rusty brain of mine is struggling to keep up.
Ya, ini suaranya lebih tua nggak sih? Kayak nenek-nenek gitu. Yang kemarin tuh kayak apa namanya? Auntie, kayak mami-mami, ibu-ibu.
We should have waited until dawn to light the candles.
Or not.
The
Sama
sun would
kah?
have mistaken the day for night and
Terlalu
delayed its
lama
appearance in
kah?
the
Aku
morning.
nggak main makanya
That
jadi
way we would
merasa
have had
apa
more time to
namanya?
talk.
I don't this.
Indeed.
people.
You possess a far greater understanding of the laws of nature than your ancestors. It's only natural that you wouldn't relate candlelight to sunrise. But for the people of earlier times, there was a commonly understood connection
Kan
between the two.
gabut. Welcome Nyamal, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras-waras nih.
Did
Welcome.
the trees not bear
Gabut.
fruit after the horn of plenty was filled at the
Main
harvest
hatinya
festival?
orang aja.
Did the field not wave with grain? Does the lighting of a match not illuminate the moon?
Ide bagus. Guys, cari mangsanya, cari
It's
mangsanya
human
sekarang.
nature to try to understand the world. Of course, at that time, mistakes were made, and some phenomena were attributed to the wrong causes. Some theories were developed from false facts. It was a time of symbols, you see.
Such as?
The flower
Halo Perisu,
represented
welcome. Gimana
blessings
kabarmu
and
hari ini?
harvest.
Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat,
The
sudah waras-waras
Ouroboros,
nih.
the
Welcome.
eternal cycle,
Haname ada yang baca
The
channelmu
hawk,
nih. Tiba-tiba
wit,
ada yang stream
astuteness,
Ramyo.
and the soil, safety and
Ramyo,
protection.
siapa ya? Di Roblox lah ya, gampang. Oh ya benar juga di Roblox.
Aside from nature, the circle symbolized protection, the triangle, stability,
Siapa kamu?
and the triple helix, ascendance, change,
hanya
and the unity of mind, body, and soul.
Kita NTR what? Itu NTR kan bukan
As time
ntar kan
went
ya?
on, things became associated with one another, and more symbols were created.
Ya Hananto. Hananto suaranya kok nyu. It's not very methodical approach. Gawat
You
di-hack
can
nih
see
channel.
the cause and effect with your own
Ntar.
eyes here. It's clear when something is
Kukira
related
NTR
and
anjir.
when it isn't.
Ternyata
If the
ntar
outcome
ya.
isn't what we expect, these symbols must be incorrect. But it's not their physical form that's wrong. Physical objects never lie. It's the meaning and concept given to them that are wrong, you see.
Ternyata Haname yang ku kenal itu Hananto. You're not Haname. Then
Objects are just
who am
objects.
I?
A match is just a match, not the illuminator of the moon. An animal is just an animal. The circle and triangle are only shapes. And you are just you.
And you is just you. Kacau, Haname yang ku kenal PP-nya hitam hitam. Ain't no way.
Nothing's happening.
Efek cuman nih Haname yang ku kenal. The hall of truth is crowded as ever. Ideas, noises, and argument are all crammed into one space.
Miss Virgin, your attention, please. This is a public inquiry, and your answer determines the fate of you and your friends.
Siapa ini anjir?
There will be a vote on your punishment,
Itu mah entok
considering
nggak
the
sih?
leak of the island's coordinates and the
Entok,
damages caused by you and
entok
Manus
doang.
Vindicte. Yet, in the past 2 hours, you've looked at your watch 10 times. Forgive me for being blunt. What could possibly bother you more than your sentence?
My apologies.
A mocking click of tongue can be heard from the crowd.
Let her look, 888. Doesn't it occur to you that time is also in the form of numbers? Perhaps she's waiting for her lucky number to come.
His words caused a ripple of chuckle throughout the hall. Clearly, after hours of debate and discussion, this light-hearted moment brings a much-needed sense of relief.
Besides, what conclusions have the good people here made?
Kapten
We were
Haname,
brought
kamu
together
pernah
in
nonton
this
Last
great hall
Cookie
today,
Standing kah?
for misfortunes have struck us in the past week.
Last Cookie
Manus
Standing apa
followers
ya?
were found dead in our sacred place. The
Jangan main
Gorgon
keluar,
current was cut
panas.
off, and a human army has invaded our
Mataharinya
land.
ditutupin dulu dah biar
There
gak
are
panas.
also the territorial disputes, the threats from external powers, and the conflicts between our guests. As you can see, our guests have brought us quite the unexpected gifts. They will give us their explanations. But whose words should we trust? Those of the Foundation or Manus Vindicte?
Istilah, saya nunggu Haname asik kembali, jadi bye-bye. He most likely gesturing to the left of the stage.
I swear on the stone of truth that I have no knowledge of the League. We never gave any information to the humans. As we speak, the St. Pavlov Foundation is taking measures to mediate the territorial disputes from
Ditutupin pakai
outside the
apa
island.
hati dia yang sudah tidak bersama? Iya,
But you did
ditutupin
report
hati dia yang
everything
sudah
here
tidak
to the
bersama dan menjadi
Foundation.
dingin. Oh itu
And you don't know what they did with the
Ya
information.
udahlah, saya nunggu Haname asik. Kamu mau pergi kemana? Tapi BTW very soon. Kamu aku
A questionable defense,
masukin ke
a
kandang.
doubtful explanation.
Anyway,
Why should we trust her? We all know that the Foundation is closely associated with the humans. They are the false friends of the Arcanists, with
Huh?
their crocodile tears
Huh?
and broken vows. While many
Eh?
may have changed over time, their nefarious human taint lingers. Besides, why should we seek collaboration
Kenapa
and
dia marah?
assistance from an organization that's 7 years behind us on the study of the emanation?
his word evoke a murmur of agreement.
But rush not, brothers and sisters. The moment of decision has not yet arrived. Let's give our old friend Manus Vindicte a fair and equal hearing before casting our pebbles into the pot.
He stretched out his right hand, directing the audience's attention across the stage. On the right, there is a quiet figure in black and blue.
Indeed, the Foundation's understanding of the emanation is 7 years behind ours. However, our Manus friends here are unable to speak at all, let alone understand complex mathematical principles. Please enlighten us, Miss Arcana. Why were swaths of your followers found dead at the door of our sacred place? Did our math lessons drive them to madness, causing them to bash their heads against the gates of truth like martyrs?
So it would seem.
What?
Okay. Her quick and straight answer caused a commotion in the crowd. Yet she only gently closed the book on her lap, uncaring of the
One must confess that our followers were ill-prepared to take on the wisdom of the island. But we did come seek
Jawabannya
mutual
gampang banget,
development
yes.
with sincerity. I trust you are aware of the assistance we have provided over the years in this world of matters, which you, though reluctantly, relied upon. As to this debate, I was once told a story that now seems fitting to recount.
Her gaze fell on the bench. The fair-haired judge has not spoken a word since the debate began.
Pray, share with us.
Thank you kindly. 'Tis the
Kangen main
story
PS
of
nggak
the
ada yang buka
circle.
lagi. Jarang
A young
sekarang yang
artist told
apa
it
namanya
to me
buka
before I arrived
rental
on this
PS.
island. In the ancient past, amid a world of primitive instincts and ignorance, the first intelligent mind awakened. Overwhelmed by the enormity of nature.
Apa itu? Ada
and
yang ngirim
dismayed by its
Hananto
own
tuh di
insignificance,
Discord tuh. Apaan
creature
tuh?
was shaken to
Apaan
its
tuh?
core.
Duh, mataku gatal.
In an act of defiance, it drew a magic circle, shielding its powerless self from the formidable world beyond. This was the first magic, when the primitive man mastered the pneuma within and wielded it against the relentless forces of nature. In that process, man hath gained a deeper understanding of the boundaries and limitations of its power. This is the tale of the first circle.
Karena udah pada pakai PS45, iya kebanyakan udah pakai PS45 atau
The circle shielded us.
apa namanya gabung
And
sama
its
warnet nggak
protection
sih? Kalau di tempatnya
benefits
Haname
me to
tuh
this
warnet
day.
sama PS kan gabung kan ya.
What I find
Yang PS-nya
intriguing
cuman
in
berapa
this
doang
story,
yang apa namanya isinya yang
man
banyak.
hath established its existence, recognized its boundaries, and learned the purpose of life, all by relying upon this very circle.
Bang. The hall gate bursts open. The intruder with a small figure leans weakly against the door frame.
"37.
All eyes are fixed on the young girl. Some have even risen to their feet in surprise. The leader on the bench breaks the silence.
What's wrong, 37?
The island.
Her pale lips tremble, struggling to get the words out.
Our island has fallen ill.
Even the slightest sound is gone. An eerie silence descends upon the hall. Another dull, muffled thump, as if something struck a hard surface. But it's now to get the rest of the crowd to their feet. They look up at the roof. The thud comes from up there. More of thump follow. It's as if that the hall has turned into drum with an out-of-control drummer playing frantically to the dome on the dome.
What is going on?
I don't know what's going on.
Is that a hailstorm?
What is hailstorm? Wait. Hailstorm. Oh, hujan es. Damn.
No. I don't think so.
Standing outside the gate, Numbers' character looks up at the sky. Being barred from entering the hall, she can see better from where she
Those
stands.
are Abraxases falling from the sky.
Abraxasnya meninggoy. Kok bisa? Another look at the watch. It's become something of a habit over the last few hours. This is it. The long-anticipated moment has finally arrived.
It's the storm. The storm of this era is here.
Damn, bro. Berarti semua orang ini bakal hilang. Pakai nanya. No.
Miss Verton, did you just say the emanation has happened? Just now?
More precisely, its 24-hour countdown has begun. There's always a buffer period before the storm, during which the storm syndrome gradually spreads from the critical point across the globe. The symptoms are different every time, and we have yet to discern a pattern. With the help of Laplace Scientific Computing Center, the best we can do now is to send a 24-hour warning prior to the storm. Another minute has passed.
The hall is once again filled with the whisper of the white robe. On this island dedicated solely to the study of the emanation, the situation has far surpassed their
Please remain
imagination.
seated, everyone. We are still in the middle of a vote.
But
The emanation holds no influence on this island. The discussion must continue until a satisfactory conclusion is reached. No other subjects shall be brought up until then.
the banshee, acting as custodian of the assembly, raised her voice, drowning out the argument. Despite the unforeseen turn of events, she remains committed to her duty. The debate
Come
must
here,
go on.
37. Can someone please bring her a blanket?
Her voice softened as she looked at the frail, slender girl in front of her.
42. Go with Sophia and check on those abraxases.
The man bows and leaves. Order is restored under the dome once more.
Ah, good news. Good news indeed.
210
We are
ini
freed
bakal
from the pain
meninggoy
of choosing
dong.
whom to
No.
blame, are we not?
What?
The rhetorician raised a hand with a triumph smile. As usual, he's offering this perspective, or what some might call another attempt at steering the crowd.
The emanation is coming. The tides of Numa will pour from above and wash away all trivialities. By then, human intruders and the international powers of this era, along with the turmoil they brought, will all be dissolved and poured into the ditches like gunk. And we will regain our shores and return to the study of essence and forms.
Tidak semudah itu kamu. His words are met with silence. The crowd is lost in thought. Having long detached itself from the phenomenal world, 20 starts stricken
No,
apart.
it's different this time.
The petite figure stands on her feet. She is pale as snow from her coma and did not bother to put on the blanket given to her.
The island has fallen ill. It's getting bloated, stagnant, and sluggish, drifting into the world of
Halo
matters
Frankie,
where
welcome. Gimana
ignorance
kabarmu hari ini?
reigns.
Terima kasih sudah minum harus nih,
Soon,
welcome.
the tides of Numa will wash over us, sweeping away the fragments of the phenomenal world.
What did you say?
What did
In
you
other words,
say?
we will all be taken by the emanation? This.
Halo, malas kumpul, welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini?
This is
Terima kasih sudah minum
unthinkable.
harus nih, welcome. This is terrible news, one that nobody wants to hear right now. The impact is like bomb going off. The crowd is buzzing with fearful whisper. The lady next to 37 is still holding the unused blanket.
37, you just woke up from a coma. You're not well. Why don't you take another rest?
No, no time for that. I'm here to warn you. Apiron is gone. I can no longer sense it. This has never happened before.
Oh no!
Why are you so surprised, 37?
The question is asked softly, but it cuts like ice.
You should know the reason of its alienation. You brought outsiders to the sacred place. You betrayed the scripture's teachings and angered Apiron. Of course, I may have jumped to this accusation, as Manus Vindicte also intruded our sacred place without permission. People, as of now, there's no proof that the emanation will influence the island. 37's account is lacking. And we are still plagued by suspicions, accusations, and the damages done to our home. We are to proceed with the hearing and reach a final verdict on both the Foundation and Manus Vindicte.
The attempt to refocus the assembly fails, as half the audience turn their attention to the gate. Sophia has returned, standing hesitantly in front of the entrance.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I shouldn't have intruded the whole of truth, but
So irritated by the constant disruption, the custodian immediately noticed her peculiar expression.
Sophia, weren't you and 42 checking on the Abraxases? What is the matter?
The character gesture in the air, her voice is shaking.
The Abraxases don't look right. Their beaks, no, their entire heads are melting into oil paints.
Ayo!
And 42, we were on the beach, suddenly he...
Her words trail off. Beyond the open gate, the screeching of the bird monster completes her sentence. The other believer appeared behind her. Sophia shoving Sophia aside as he flies and stumbles into the hall. His face is melting, colorful oil paint forming a puddle on the floor.
Now I see! It finally all makes sense! There never was the truth, nor the transcendental! Everything is a lie, nothing but shadows on walls, flickers of fire and fragments of reality. No one will survive the oblivion. The island will be destroyed amid its conflict.
Is that the storm syndrome?
42, your face.
Completely disregarding those around him, he burst into maniacal laughter, casting an arcane glow in his palm. He jumped onto a seat and knocked over a row of...
No one!
888, stop conversing with him.
We must subdue him. Now.
Hi Kuya, melting like oil painting?
Straight to the point. I like that.
Well, nah.
Wait for the right.
I don't need. I'll show you. I found my target.
Non voltarti indietro.
For victory!
Addio, straniero. You see it coming.
Nice.
Into the dark.
I'll show you. I found my target.
Non voltarti indietro.
Icarus, eyes on the target.
Nice. Sekarang apa namanya, dari chapter 7 aku udah nggak bisa one hit lagi guys. Padahal levelnya udah max itu si apa namanya Ezio.
He has the storm syndrome.
Please, listen everyone. 37 is right. Something's changed on this island. Your immunity to the emanation has been weakened.
32 lies motionlessly on the floor. His face is still a mess of colorful paint. Fear and uncertainty quickly rise around him.
How? That's never happened in the last 8 times.
A feeble induction, my friend.
Berarti harus up
Just
lagi
because you've
karnya.
never seen a purple
Up
cow
lagi.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Up kayak gimana
Must
nih?
we talk of logic now? 42 has literally been emanated.
First the army, then the emanation. Everything's been falling apart since the outsiders arrived on this island. The Foundation and Manus Vindicte. One of them must answer for this.
Then you should also ask 37 and number 0 what they've done in the sacred place to anger Apeiron so much.
Hi.
No, 37 didn't cause this. I told you, it was Manus Vindicte. They broke the peace agreement and launched suicide attacks. They forced their way into the cave.
You and them are equally responsible on this matter. They at least paid with their lives. What about you? You claim that 42's abnormality was caused by the emanation. But how are we to believe that it isn't, in fact, the work of your arcane skills? As we went
welcome.
through your
Gimana kabarmu
belongings,
hari
Miss
ini? Semoga
Verton,
sudah minum
we found a
sudah
golden
suara
sampling
ini.
device.
Welcome.
Enlighten
Sampai
us.
Inside
What
Max.
exactly
Loh,
is the
Inside
Foundation
Max
looking
itu
for?
nggak itu.
That's.
On the other side of the hall comes a subtle.
Good, Vertin, good. Let the confrontations be louder and the struggles be harder. I wonder what shall come of this.
Bisa dinaikin lagi.
Silence.
The gavel slammed down with a heavy and undeniable thud. The host of the assembly rose to his feet, his face unusually grave.
The debate will end now. Since we were unable to come to an agreement, further discussion is pointless. There are more pressing matters to attend to. This will be the end of the assembly, and my decision will be the final ruling. I demand that both parties leave this island at once.
The decision is clear and final. As a number of reconciliation, 6 has been mindful of his use on literal authority, yet there are no objections this time. The hall falls into silence, a silence that demands a decision. What to do? Oh, udah max, berarti tinggal max levelnya. Levelnya udah 45 atau 49 ya? Halo Lordnya, welcome. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah haus, sudah ras nih, welcome. Leaving the island would be a huge loss. The discussion about the storm has only just begun, and the depth of the cave is yet to be explored. First of all, the leader of Manus Vindicte, she can be left here with the School of Aperion. Chaos Zero Nightmare release, mbak nggak nyoba. Chaos Zero, what is that? Will she accept the verdict? Will she appeal? Just what exactly is she after? It's a zero-sum game where the first one to react is more likely to lose. The best course of action is to wait.
The decisions of my fellow brethren shall be respected.
Paling max atau resonya jangan lupa naikin. Resonationnya udah aku naikin sih.
I also agree with your verdict.
Because Willie agrees, just as he did when asked to place on the stone's bangle.
But may I ask for one small doubt to be dispelled? Miss Vertin and I will depart ere long. Do you truly not desire aid from us?
You're kind to ask, miss. It is true that our circle has been disturbed, but we see it as a mere turbulence of the phenomenal world. He who holds the compass decides the circle. This will not shift the center of our focus, nor change the shape of our beliefs.
Dix bent down, laying his hand.
Medin Hagan.
Jir?
He purged the storm syndrome with an arcane skill. I never thought it would be possible.
Jir? The leader straightened up, looking as composed as ever.
The light of intelligence has cleansed 42 of confusion. It is also what the island needs. The incident will be properly handled, and my ruling stays unchanged.
Bro, arcane skill apa
I
itu?
expect your words to be matched by actions, Miss Arcana.
His stone is cold, leaving no room for negotiation.
Certainly. It was a fair and just decision. If only one could depart amidst such unfavorable weather. I presume Miss Vertin will also appreciate more time to prepare for the journey. What sayest thou?
Bahasa Inggrisnya di sini susah ya guys ya. It is reasonable request, and her expression is nothing but dissent. And
the hourglass empties in 2 hours. Please leave before that.
Thank you for your thoughtful consideration.
The decision is met with no further objection from the people. Six put away the hourglass and looks at the silent audience.
Lastly, I would like to share a story. To conclude today's meeting and respond to Miss Arcana's tale.
I am most honored.
What tale? The leader raised his hand and faced
I too have heard the story of the first circle, but in my version, more followed. The first of man were intimidated by the enormity of nature and constantly tried to defy and escape it. Our ancestors, however, had the opposite reaction. They found solace in nature, which welcomed them with a nourishing embrace, sharing its vastness and sublimity without reservation. It was the perfect harmony, the moment the circle ceased to represent confrontation and avoidance. As we bathed in Apollo's illumination and wandered the tranquil shores, our souls resonated, and we were lifted to a higher wisdom.
Tapi kalau
This was how we conquered our fears, emerged from ignorance, and allowed ourselves to indulge on the essence and forms.
Sulit sekali ceritanya.
This was the rise of the classic man. May you all be blessed with the courage for reconciliation, the determination for peace, and the devotion to nature. Qualities no less noble than caution and defiance. You may all leave now.
Please, just a moment.
A clear voice rings across the hall, stopping Six in his stride. Her flutter as he stands up on the high podium.
I will fix our circle.
Can you?
888 was right. I have enraged a Peron. I am responsible. I will go back to the sacred place, pass its test, and ask it to share the divine light of Gnosis so we can learn the truth about the essence. I will make up for what I've done. I promise.
Caranya bisa kah? Six turned around, his eyes meeting the gaze of the determined star.
It has been 300 years since the last challenger had their success in the cave. 37. Are you aware that we have other means to cleanse the island, even if you don't bring the matter to a Peron?
Yes, I'm aware.
Then are you aware of the price you will pay should you fail its test?
Kalau misalnya fail its test, itu meninggal.
Yes, I am.
Then you shall have my blessing.
He leave, ignoring the murmur of shock. The gavel is thus brought down. The long debate has finally come to an end. Beginning of a proof? What proof?
The headquarters has issued a notice. The critical point of the storm is in Vienna.
The chief assistant put down his radio and turned around with a somber expression.
This type of storm syndrome involves a bodily transformation into oil paintings, primarily affecting the face, but sometimes spreading to the torso. It is often accompanied by delirium and an intense obsession with war. Like the storm of 1929, it was accelerated by social upheavals resulting from the constant tensions Manus Vindictae created between nations.
This era.
Social uphill. Oh, event yang dipercepat itu membuat stormnya datang. Iya juga sih. Color of the sky has changed. The storm syndrome has finally reached this island. No one on the team caught it yet, but that should soon change.
This is absurd.
With a bag filled with alchemy material over her shoulder, the young pirates remained spirited despite a week undergone.
We went through all that trouble, sweated our guts out, and finally got to a place where the storm can be kept out. But now you're telling me that immunity is going to disappear like a fart in the wind. I was planning to stay here for a while. There might be alchemic materials and pieces of books the Abraxas has left behind from their mills. Oh, now that is frustrating, mate.
Oh, mate?
Such is the nature of Arcanum.
The immunity hasn't disappeared. It's just waning. For now, only the beach has lost the effect. We're still safe around the Hall of Appearing.
But there's no guarantee that we'll be safe here forever, right?
Yep.
Reminds me of Xeno's survival test.
Sinetto and I talked about this. We think the island is protected by a large-scale arcane ritual. The sudden decay of the island's storm immunity might be the result of its changes, though I'm unsure of the specifics.
Berarti Manus Vindictae tahu
Those
segalanya
people
ya,
are doing
guys.
something about it, right?
Gila sih.
That leader with the rockstar hair, shouldn't he be taking action by now?
Six has gathered all integers after the assembly. They're going to perform a mass cleansing ceremony. 37 also mentioned a test. I think they have more than one way to deal with the changes.
To the best of this apple's knowledge, secluded pure-blood arcanist groups often have rituals that they keep to themselves. These islanders impart truths based on intellect and rationality, yet their doctrines are highly religious. Perhaps their arcane skills are
Manus
passed
ini
down
mereka
in a
punya
religious
visi buat
manner.
berdamai dengan storm.
Oh, very mysterious, very arcane. I hope they're not all huddled together doing a math at a time like this.
Berdamainya caranya kayak ngono,
And I'm more
anjir.
worried about us, Kapitan.
Lilia changed her tone, unusually serious.
Arcana asked for more time for both sides to withdraw, didn't she?
Yes. Six gave us 2 hours to leave. That is to say... we must set out when the storm countdown reaches 2000.
Oh, 2000.
And before that, the stone bangle on your wrist still works, right?
Yes. I can feel it. It would scold me whenever I thought about going to war with them.
Huh, I see. So we only have 2 hours for the plan.
Plan? What plan?
Crush them.
Aren't we sneaking away from all this?
Sorry, Regulus. Your accommodation was a long way from ours, so we haven't given you the latest updates. To put it simply...
Where are you going?
sudden appearance of the girl startled the crowd. 37 stand there with a curious look on her face.
37,
We're discussing how to leave this place, 37.
Precisely. I was just about to say, your chief wants us gone in a jiffy, but we don't even have a piece of wood to sail with. Vertin is sizing us up to see if we can fit in her suitcase. She's going to swim across the Aegean Sea using her tiny arms. Right, Vertin?
Regular squint and urgently pokes her elbow in.
Right.
Tiny arm.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Very fun!
You must leave from the north side of the beach. Jump off the cliff there and head south. The cliff is on the tangent line of the Hall of Aperon, which is a good sign for your journey.
Kala did not confidently, fully convinced of her own conclusion.
I will show you where to jump, but you'll have to wait till Vertin and I return.
Vertin and I?
Me? Where are we going?
What kind of question is that? The only place worth going.
She extends her hand with a light and happy tone.
You're the one and only Zero. We'll go see Aperon together.
Disuruh nge-challenge bareng anjay. Hell nah, brother.
Aren't you going to look for 37? You took such good care of her while she was in a coma.
In the darkness, the figure trembled ever so slightly. She tried to steady herself.
I don't know. I don't know what I should do, Madam Mata. She's going back to the cave for the test, where I can't help her.
She looks down, trying her best to press her shaking hand together.
All I can do is pray for her, for I have no adequate knowledge or power to assist her. As ever.
Perhaps you needn't worry so much. 37 is the one favored by truth. She will be fine.
I know. It's just...
Sophia let out a long, helpless sigh and buried her face deep in her palm.
She is also of mortal flesh. She could get hurt, bleed, or die.
He avoided looking at the beach, seeing it as a battlefield where she lacked his
You haven't been with us for long, Madam Marta. Aperon and its test might be new to you. Here on this island, we spent years theorizing, proving, and constructing models based on our mortal comprehension, defining the boundaries of what man is capable of understanding. But when it comes to the essence and forms, we are unable to make any definitive statements. So we humbly approach the temple and inquire about the correctness of our beliefs. And our answer is delivered as a yes or no, reverberating in the form of echoes.
Is that the submission of proof Six mentioned before?
Character notes, knowing her friend as a natural talent for this.
Validating one's essence and soul with a number, and verifying the authenticity of one's claims are simple feats for us. But Aperon's test is different. Those who succeed will obtain the transcendental truth. Those who fail will pay a terrible price.
Terrible price itu berarti meninggal.
Everything has its limits and boundaries. Those who overstep their bounds will only court their own misfortune. We must respect and be wary of our limits, so our souls will be adequate for our bodies, and all things be refrained from excess. The boundless, limitless, and infinity are not of our realm to tread. They belong only to ancient beings that we cannot utter. We can only stand in awe, offering our admiration, humility, and reverence. Now 37 is going to knock on its door and ask to be indulged with the transcendental truth. But if she fails, if she can't bear the weight of the boundless infinity,
berarti Sofia she can go.
I wish I knew a better way, or could even do it in her place.
Oh,
but only she
padahal
can do
karakter-karakter di sini cakep-cakep loh.
It has to be her. 37.
I'm sure this is the perfect solution to finally put an end to all our problems. If I pass the test, Apiron will grant me the answer to one question. It can be any question I don't have an answer to, even about the essence and everything. At least that's what Mama told me.
37 nods with confidence.
I just have to choose the right question to ask, and we will be rid of all the troubles, whether it be the emanation, the turmoil of the phenomenal world, or the dangers threatening the island. All will be gone.
Apakah semudah itu? Tidak begitu,
He
kawan.
agrees with me. So, Vertin.
Not so fast. You can't just steal away our helmswoman like that. This thing, it's too good to be without any risks, don't you think? What if Vertin doesn't make it back, huh? Who's going to swim us across the sea then?
Gak salah sih.
It could be risky, but not for Vertin, only for me. 0 multiplied by any number will still be 0. And we have validated that proof.
Well, that's not good enough for this pirate. Besides, Vertin doesn't seem like a 0 to me.
It's okay, Regulus. I think I'll be safe there. But 37, isn't this a sacred test for your people? I've never taken the oath. I'm not one of you.
That does not matter, Vertin.
She gently shook her head in determination.
But you must know that once we enter the temple, we cannot turn back. The path to the truth is a one-way road. Our last visit was interrupted, remember?
Oh,
You
it's
didn't
less
get to
or
ask
much.
your question.
Yeah, literally
I didn't
zero.
get my answer.
Oh, masuk
And
ke
now?
zero.
I don't need to ask my question anymore.
He bit her lip, holding her own arm tight.
You and your friends were right, Vertin. The discord in the phenomenal world does have an effect on essence and forms. No one can argue against this when facing the emanation. But there's more I'd like to know, and I believe you feel the same. I will tell 6 that you're coming with me. I will tell everyone and persuade them, because this is the right thing to do.
37 punya influence banyak ya, guys.
Go, timekeeper. While you're out, Lilia and I will ready us for evacuation.
We will liaise with the Foundation from here.
Thank you both.
Yes.
I'm ready.
What did dia say?
Before we go, 37, I have a question.
Penghubungan. Oh, a golden opportunity has risen. Could be the chance to level the playing field against Manus Vindictive.
You just said that Apiron will grant an answer to whoever passes the test. Will it answer my question? if I asked for a way to become immune to the storm?
Oh, perang lagi kah kita?
Damn you narcissistic, fat-headed, humanocentrist freaks! You are the crazy ones, and I will prove myself right!
Siapa anjir?
Seriously, can someone please bring Matthew back to the rehab center? That mask has made him crazy.
The researcher arm flew wildly as he tumbled across the shiny silver floor, adding more to the chaos. At the mayhem, a bottle of alcohol on the ground burst into a bright blue flame. Wala kebakaran, jir. And then two metal feet stomp across the fire without hesitation.
Any progress?
Not much. We've called all the experts here, but so far it's been a waste of time.
Hi.
Not even a bodily reaction when reciting the text. It doesn't belong to any known language, nor follow any linguistic rules.
Hi, kawan.
Many are starting to doubt the accuracy of the incantation. After all, it was copied down by a novice investigator with her arcane skill, not her supervisor.
The door is pushed open. The spacious room is now packed with people. They are all gathered around a radio on the table.
Miss Marcus, can you confirm that the incantation you dictated was correct?
Clang, 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 Madame Lucy.
We also learned that you witnessed a visual recording of Arcana performing her arcane skill, depicted through images recreated by a pure-blooded arcanist. Is that right?
Yes, to be precise, I saw it in the memories of Isolde, a former member of Manus Vindicte, using Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror.
Can you attest to the accuracy of this memory?
I can't say.
Do you deem the reflection of Miss Cacanya's arcane mirror to be accurate, factual, and without misinterpretation?
I'm not sure.
Can you confirm that your arcane skill, Read, was performed correctly
Halo
and
Arianto, welcome
provided
to
an
Kabar Waris.
unbiased,
Terima kasih sudah
objective, and flawless interpretation?
Welcome.
I don't know about that either. But I saw it with my own eyes. I heard the chanting. I don't know what language that was, but that's how I heard it, and I've written it down phonetically.
Please calm down. We are only verifying the details.
Markus langsung
The
apa namanya
Foundation has
kabur.
dispatched a special operations squad
panik.
to you in Vienna. Please make sure the two other arcanists involved will return to the Foundation
Kabarku
with you.
baik, beres ngebut Kapri lagi, anjay.
Understood.
The call ends. The liaison removed the headset. The result is far from ideal. Her face is pale, as lifeless as her mechanical clothes.
Is this it?
Socrates' voice cut through the air as a man pushed through to the front.
An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation. Euna seco, atuna psycho. An inexplicable incantation transcribed by an arcanist based on what she saw in the memory of another arcanist recreated by yet another arcanist. That's as convoluted as a dream within a dream within a dream. To think they wanted an objective restoration.
Hello, Sebelum. Welcome. How are you today?
If Gnosis is so reliable and can really cross-check not only once but
Welcome
4
to my
times,
channel. Welcome to
it should have
Reforce
long replaced science by
1999.
now. With this level of uncertainty, we might have better luck asking typewriter monkeys to randomly give us the answer to the
Nggak
storm
begitu,
immunity.
Enigma. Tapi dia nggak playable ya si Enigma itu. Waduh,
Why are
ada
you
kuda
here?
nyasar.
I requested his participation on the cryptography team. He is a human, but he excels in the field of cryptography.
But
Kenapa? The man takes a grim step forward.
And why can't I be here? Is it because Greta Hoffman's my sister? And is this what a respectable and honorable member of the Foundation gave her life to retrieve? Is this the ritual she died for?
Marah-marah.
Oh, right. It wasn't even her who retrieved the ritual. It was a student.
Enigma,
You are
sabar.
not currently on the official roster. You can leave at any time.
Enigmanya malah-malah.
Why should I leave?
Kuda nyasar.
Ich habe jedes Recht zu wissen,
Itu
wofür meine
gambarnya
Schwester
kuda siapa?
gestorben
Aku
ist.
lupa.
Nun gut, Leute, an die Arbeit. Lasst uns dieses große Rätsel entschlüsseln und sehen, was es uns bringen wird.
Ini bahasa apa? Aku lupa anjir.
Erlösung oder Zerstörung?
Marah gara-gara adiknya ada di chapter sebelumnya. Iya anjir. He lives sneering, waving the note with the poetic spelling in his hand. The farce is finally over. The room is at peace again. The cryptography team turned to the robot, awaiting her instruction. Ya, dia memang nggak punya hubungan baik sama sisternya, tapi sisternya
Return to your
meninggal anjir.
stations,
Bahasa
please.
Jerman itu, Jerman Austria. Oh.
Let us not dismiss its
Aku
credibility
lupa.
until we have exhausted every possibility. Also,
She calmly turned her head.
add Adler Hoffman into the cryptography team roster.
The cryptography lead hesitated for a moment, surprised. Nevertheless, he nods and quickly leaves the room. The phone on the wall, used for internal communication, began to ring.
Storm Observation and Research Center.
Kalau kali ini agak stres sama buitku, soalnya
Noted.
mikirin
I'll
ngebuitnya
make
agak
sure
lama
Miss
dan
Lucy is
untungnya
aware of that.
bagus. Anjay. Liason put down the phone and turned to the robot. A flicker of panic on her face.
What is the matter?
It's a call from the rehab center about the previous study on the Manus mask. Ma'am, I think you should go see this in person.
Apa-apa yang ditemuin anjir?
Very good, Matthew. Now tell us, what did you hear?
The already narrow corridor is now filled with security guards. The room they are guarding is heavily secured. It's held behind 3 layers of tempered glass. A patient sit in the room with masks on the face.
Voices! Those voices! The inaudible murmurs, the frightening whispers, they worm into my ears. I told you before. I wrote about this before, but you just missed the mesmeric episodes.
Did you put on the mask?
Yes. How else would I know that I was right? And now I know. And never ever heard them so clearly. They are screaming inside my head. They're temptations. They're promises. I just have to let go of my brain. Can you hear it? The benevolent mother is speaking.
Oh, siap kali. His nail digged deep into his palm as if fighting an overwhelming impulse.
I can write the ultimate paper.
Who is this mother?
He is answered by a loud crash. The researcher throws himself against the glass, gasping in horror and scratching helplessly at the surface.
No! I can't say anymore. They see me. They've come for me.
Oh,
Kill me. Kill me now.
nekat meneliti topengnya. Iya anjir, meneliti topengnya dipakai anjay. Gila emang researcher. It is too late to beg for mercy. His scream is abruptly silenced as his head. Oh, hoo-ha, 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 hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. The alarm blares loudly. A Manus follower wriggle up from the bloody floor, holding a triangle in his hand. He lets out a loud cry, reminiscent of a newborn first wail. Nah, dikasih paham nama topengnya, anjay, iya anjir. The liaison ends the call, cutting off the horrid sound on the other end of the phone.
Suspend all research on the Manus mask at once. Its dangers far outweigh the potential benefits.
Ngerinjir.
Seal away all equipment and share only a controlled account of the incident with others. We cannot afford to have another researcher try on the mask again. Now, clean this up.
Yes, ma'am.
The airlock door is open. A squad of armed guards storm into the room under the cover of sleeping gas. On the other side of the glass, the robot turned away from the scene, categorizing yet another set of storm. This data is irrelevant and filling it away as always in her memory.
Another dead end.
Yep, another dead end of course. Agak lain, mau meneliti malah dikasih paham. Kamu jangan coba-coba meneliti ya, nanti ku ledakkan isi Hell no, bruh. Serem banget anjir.
I don't need the hype.
Wait for the right moment.
I'll show you.
Addio, straniero. Non voltarti indietro.
Sharam.
Che la morte ti dia la pace che cercavo.
Kukira cerita ini nggak ada gorenya, ternyata ada gorenya, walaupun nggak digambarin. All members involved in the storm research, Manus Vindictemas, are now considered extremely dangerous and of no research value. All related research and experimentation must cease immediately. In addition, if any member become irrational, agitate, display an abnormal hatred towards humanity, and believe they hear a soft, seductive female voice that is not there, nearby personnel should immediately evacuate the area and contact the nearest security officer. Dangerous, bearer, municipal, inner working unclear, method transfer, William secured. Wah, banyak yang meninggal. Mau mode radio, monggo Arianto. Vienna Investigation Operation Report for Public Record. News from the front line. The estimate against Greta Hoffman, a valiant fighter for human advancement, has tragically lost her life during a storm investigation mission. Investigator Marcus has successfully relayed vital information and is waiting for a support on site. Special operation team has been dispatched post haste. Please resume work status after reading this report and observing a 3-second moment of silence. This is waiting for support. Estimating the storm is daunting task that require careful consideration. That's why it's wise to collect and document every position clue here for the future reference. What is this for? Okay. Right and prejudice. An adult incantation, a mask that has proven to be extremely dangerous. These are the only leads they currently have on the storm. Her metallic finger picked up another stack of files. These are the test results of the Manus mask, confirming the presence of asymmetrical nuclide air. The robot studies them carefully, the slit on her face pulls in contemplation.
What is the status of the sampling, Simone? Any updates from the timekeeper?
For the moment, no. The people on the island
Ini
are still
playable nggak?
suspicious of
Kayaknya
the
nggak playable ya si
Foundation's
Simon.
motives, so she hasn't had
Soalnya
a second
namanya
chance to
asisten
collect any
Simon.
samples. But she has called in an hour ago. We were informed that she will return to the cave shortly. She also warned us that the immunity zone on the island appears to be shrinking. The safe zone is not stable.
Enggak, the robot did not put on a face to face. She can only read her mood from the narrows.
Mom, have you noticed something?
Yeah, have you noticed what?
They are unrelated, Simone. The mask and the incantation are indeed related to Manus Vindictae, but they are unrelated to each other.
He moved the sealed Manus mask inside.
If the account of the Vienna investigator is correct, one cannot help but question. Why would Arcana not simply give the masks to Isolde and her brother?
Investigator Marx's report was highly lacking, making it challenging for us to infer what truly happened.
I suppose we can be skeptical that the report is incomplete, but it is all we have for now.
Karakter cakep-cakep, nggak playable sama kayak Aka. Iya anjir.
We all heard it. An ancient miracle, a circle of salvation.
Robert extended her hand, drawing an imaginary circle in the air.
The leader of Manus Vindictae promised a miracle, but the mask is far from it. The mask is a tool of control, designed to identify and enslave the believers. Matthew has demonstrated its effects for us. But this ritual is different.
Do you mean the ritual is more sophisticated than the mask?
Robert nods approvingly. Kira-kira kekuatannya siapa ya?
But it is not entirely definitive. The investigators in Vienna completed their mission spectacularly, and now Matthew has proven that the mask is useless for our purposes. Its immunity was only a cover for its other functions. And the mask has powerful and irreversible side effects. Even if we find out how it protects the wearer from the storm, we cannot use it on our colleagues.
They pick up.
If this incantation is verified to be true, it will be our Promethean fire.
This ritual is useless to us. Save yourself this harbor. We're not getting anywhere with this.
What?
The room is cluttered with all sorts of sophisticated equipment. The floor is littered with scrap paper. The researchers haven't lifted their head or taken a break for quite some time. The cryptography lead stared at Agni. Fresh cup of coffee on his hand. His passion is wearing thin as the metaphorical strength level tolerance in his mind is finally about to snap.
Explain yourself, Adler. What do you mean the ritual is useless? You barely sat down. My coffee's still hot.
Dia bisa minum kopi. Gimana caranya, anjir? The photographer solemnly handed the lead of stack of paper from his desk.
I don't need to waste any more time. It's simple logic.
What simple logic do you mean, bro?
The current information is insufficient for cryptographic decryption. We're attempting an exhaustive brute force, comparing every ancient text and record to find the language or corresponding text. It's like looking for a needle in a colossal haystack.
That's what
Even
we do, bro. You do, I mean.
None of us can validate such a thing. A breakthrough in this regard is simply not possible.
Dia kan substansi cair. Ya tapi minumnya dari mana, anjir? Across the room, man stand abruptly from his chair, clanking a pen.
And what is the basis of your reasoning? Have you figured out the mechanics behind the ritual?
I didn't need to understand the intricacies of Arcanum to deduce this. It was simple logic,
So you never even tried to understand it. With your supposedly superior human reasoning, you dismissed all of our dedication and hard work just like that. Who the f do you think you are?
Before anyone can react, the researcher lunges at Enigma and punches him right in the face.
What?
Enigma brings a hand up to his cheek, looking more confused than angry.
Matthew was right. You arrogant fools, clueless morons! Get out of my face, you humanocentric narcissist! Go to hell!
The researcher snarled, brandishing his pen like a soldier brandishing a dagger. Plus to his frustration, he swings loose power mid-air, another casualty of the neck and shoulder pain. Pain. Like his this office, Enigma narrowly avoid the attack, bewildered by the turn of the event.
Was this really necessary? I was just sharing my conclusion.
Oh, it was the mask. I should have thought of that. He worked in the same lab as Matthew, and he must have been exposed to the mask.
Oh, ternyata gila karena
But his
emas.
physical exam seemed fine. Is there an incubation period?
Does he seem fine to you now? Huh? No! Williams! Put that down! That's the only Conway Automaton 5 left after the storm.
He is met with a guttural growl, followed by the deafening crash of metal against wall. The machine whizzed past his head and shattered to pieces on impact. Cryptography lead can feel his sanity teetering on this spring. He staggered toward the door, frantically smacking the big red button on the wall.
Security! Security! We've got a code red!
Ya hancur. Ya hancur alatnya.
For Sparta!
Ya.
I will remember, yes.
Into the dark, wait for the right moment.
Sharp fangs.
You see it coming. Liberato dalla paura.
Nice.
I bring you victory, as promised.
So, what are the implications for the decryption?
There were no unintended consequences. We were able to control Williams in time, and the Conway Automaton 5 he destroyed wasn't useful to our work anyway.
I am glad you kept the damages to a minimum.
Lucy turned off the screen in front of her and turns around. Hiya.
Since you are still here, Mr. Ulrich, I take it as a sign that you have more to report?
In a secluded area of the hallway, an emission charge complaint is about to take place. Cryptography lead tries to keep his voice low, looking completely self from thermal
Williams was merely an accident, ma'am, but Adler is a loose cannon on the team. We need to talk about this.
Loose cannon.
With all due respect, I still don't understand why you put him on the team. He may have made his contributions to Laplace, but that was 8 years ago. Now he's just an irritating defeatist and a staunch supporter of humanocentrism.
Every particle of ferrofluid in his helm is vibrating with rage, his voice rising
He
involuntarily.
never understood the Arcanum, or tried. He's still stuck in the time before the first storm and refuses to acknowledge that his small, beautiful world is gone.
Halo Joshua, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras nih? Welcome. Robot sense his doubt and frustration. There may be more sentiment and underlying issue at play. He paused for a moment before answering, as if deep in
I
thought.
understand your concern, but I have not heard anything about the incapacitation of Adler Hoffman.
What? He got a few scratches at most. The guy barely touched him.
Kabar saya baik-baik saja, mantap.
So he is fine. I am glad we agree. Is there anything
Dari
else
tadi
you would
main
like to
Stella
report?
Sora. Gimana main Stella Sora, bagus kah? Ada VA-nya. The robot waits 5 seconds for an answer, but there isn't one. This must be the social clue that this is her
His
turn
lack of
to
knowledge
speak.
on Arcanum is exactly why we need him. His human perspective will offer valuable insights on arcane rituals. The results of this study will not only be used to save Arcanists, but also humans who share the same world with us.
The cryptography list tried to argue further, but Lucy is certain the issue has been sufficiently addressed.
We are racing against the clock, mister, and your report on personal disputes and racial conflicts has wasted 2 minutes and 37 seconds of our time. If he refuses to cooperate, you have every right to remove him from the team. That is your responsibility.
Damn. From the other end of the corridor, the subject of the argument approached, looking deeply upset and clutching a stack of paper. Clearly he has heard every word they just
I am
said.
relieved that you survived your altercation. What would you like to report?
Very awkward moment, Le. Ya, gamenya sih seru, kelebihannya kayak main Blue Archive, tapi kamu gerakin karakternya. Their eyes met. Looking both of them squirmed uncomfortably. This is undoubtedly one of the most awkward moments in both of their careers. Aku nggak pernah main Blue Archive sih, jadi I don't know. After a prolonged silence, Ulrich stepped back and walked away. Without even looking back at him, Enigma begins his report in a low voice.
I'm fed up with wasting time, ma'am. The setback with the mask has already driven too many people insane.
Gak salah sih.
That's why you should take a look at this.
He handed the stack of files to Lucy.
I can logically deduce that our current direction is another dead end. The
Kalau
incantation
penasaran bisa
isn't
baca
long
download
enough
di
for
PC ataupun
cryptographic
novel.
decryption.
Nantilah aku lihat.
We will have to turn to ancient records. Perhaps we'll find something in age-old manuscripts, in tablet inscriptions, or in the memories of powerful arcanists. But even if we find it, we can't validate
Ya
it
perlu
because
siap-siap
none
pulang
of us can
dulu
cast
ya.
a skill.
Hati-hati di jalan. Monggo. Robert remained silent during his pessimistic remarks, flipping through each page of the file.
Low-ranking arcanists can't cast high-ranking skills, even if they know the exact pronunciation and meaning of the incantation. Gnosis is beyond reason like that and cannot be debated. It stems from raw intuition rather than logic and intellect, is shaped by personal experience and natural abilities, and cannot be intentionally replicated. And the most determining factor, it relies on the arcanist's purity of blood.
Purity of
The
blood.
miracle
Berarti
ritual you
37
hold
bisa
such hopes
dong.
for belongs to the leader of Manus Vindictae, a pure-blooded arcanist whose power is beyond our imagination. It's like asking a toddler to solve Goldbach's conjecture. It's completely beyond the boundaries of our limits.
But you are not an arcanist. Why should you play by their rules?
The man is taken back by her question. Is something he never considered before.
You are right. Arcanists differ due to their purity of blood. Researcher Medicine Pocket has already reported the linear correlation between the bloodline of an arcanist and their abilities, and has drawn a conclusion 10 times more extreme.
Then you should listen. That's their area of expertise.
Her neck moved subtly, almost like shaking her head.
We know that our cryptographers do not have the power to validate the ritual. And we do not expect you to do that. All I ask of you is to come up with a feasible plan and to do it as a team.
Enigma turns away, repulsed at the mention of Tim. Lucy finished reading the report and hand it back to him. Enak ya kalau
Your
jadi
deduction is
robotnya, apa
logical,
baca sebentar
but
doang
not
langsung
practical
ngerti,
or
anjir.
actionable.
Aku juga mau, anjir.
So I should return this to you.
What?
The glow in her eyes lit is strangely reassuring, almost like a smile. She looked out of the window.
Your logic is impressive, Adler, but do not let it limit your thinking. You spoke of the boundaries of arcane power, but logic has its limits too, no? Knowledge can be obtained through various means, such as intuition, logical reasoning, empirical observations, and teachings from others. Your team is not the only one cracking the ritual through their own means. If you fail, we will turn to the others, and if that approach is wrong, we will try another. If no solution is found before the storm, we will simply wait for the next one. What matters is we keep moving forward, no matter the cost. We must keep to the path, or we will be swept away like dust in the rain.
Nggak salah sih, tapi for once, the researcher does not argue. He whispers as if talking to himself.
If one team fails, you can still turn to the others. Warum denn? Warum musste es Greta sein?
What?
Forget it. Just a bitter, irrational thought. This marks the end of my efforts. Hopefully, the others will bring you the needed breakthroughs.
The man walks away in anger. But after only a few steps, a question comes to mind.
You've been waiting here for a while. Are you expecting someone? You aren't the type to waste time listening to us whine, so there must be something here worthy of your attention.
Yeah,
Is someone close to a breakthrough?
Nothing of the sort.
Lalu
I am
kenapa?
recharging. We have a public power outlet here.
Yalah, recharging doang anjay. Tim move her joint as she's standing for so long has stiffened her body.
But I am indeed waiting. The doves of the Whitestone House are here.
The sound of flapping wings fills the air. Visitor is astonished as creature with a sexual female plaster perched on her
Good.
metal finger.
Someone closer to the limit has given us aid.
Siapa anjir? Storm immunity decryption progress. Investigator Marcus, originally from Romania and conversant in several languages, including German and English, has determined that the pronunciation of the spell does not belong to any language she knows, and she has therefore provided the spell as phonetic transcription. English bukan English, German, French, Romanian, Spanish, Chinese, Russian, Polish. Suggestion from other, a tonight psycho. I will smack him later. All incorrect, missing critical information. Rare language? Dead language? Bisa jadi dead language sih ya. You never know.
Be ever so careful, dear. The fiery thirst for knowledge is blazing bright within you. Be careful not to put it out. Once, many fire thieves sat here, sipping coffee, as they tried to decipher the best angle to hold up their reeds, to jam the burning wheel of Helios and steal his flame. The gods are selfish. They're stingy with their might.
Some will receive first come, first serve. Can the god be more generous?
That's easy to say when the power's not yours to give. Knowing how to share is a rare virtue. Knowing how to share knowledge is a rarer virtue still. How can we transfer our wisdom into mortal minds? The gods pondered.
Rel yang ini cukup menarik. Oh ya kah?
Can inspiration be duplicated from one brain to another? It comes and goes like a gust of wind.
Yang apa namanya?
So, what can be done?
Sampai ada yang bikin teori dari ini. Hah? Yang trail lainnya nggak ada yang bikin teori itu berarti. Sounds like a twist of the story is coming.
Not yet, darling. We've only finished the prologue.
What do you mean? This is
However,
only the
there is a
prologue,
but
bro.
waiting down the road.
Ada juga.
Dampened people's
Harus
enthusiasm
aku
for the
mencari.
future. The floppy disks and many clever minds perished in it. Some of the fire thieves grieved the loss. They screamed and swore to retrieve what was lost. What about the rest of them? They returned to primitive chaos, like coelacanths crawling back into the ocean after thousands of years of evolution. Once again, they became the protégés of Arcanum.
Bentar. Seo. What is Seo? Soelakan? Oh ini. Itu ikan. Ikan apa anjir? Bentar aku nyari gambarnya. Soelakan. Oh iya anjir, ikan jir. Jir? Ikan purba. Fosil hidup. I see.
Perhaps they made the right choice by leaving that useless science behind. Who knows?
Who knows?
The story of the fire thieves has only gone this far, darling. At this point, no one knows what will happen to Prometheus or what's inside Pandora's box.
Iya, ikan fosil hidup. Anjay sekali. Ternyata ada begituan nih. Tiba-tiba kita pindah tempat lagi nih.
Any news from Zeno?
They are moving as planned. The deployment will be complete within 2 hours.
Indo juga
What
ada
about
spesies.
Arcana?
Oh ya?
Same old, standing still on the rock as if she's a part of it. Soaking up the salt in the wind, I guess.
Tornado fiddles with the communication device, making sure Lilia's voice is loud and clear. Now regulars can hear their exchange with perfectly clarity.
She's found herself a good spot, overlooking all of us from up there.
Pernah ditemui nggak sengaja
The
tersirat-sirat
center of the island where the
nelayan.
number people are heading. The entrance to the cave where Vertin and
Keren,
37 are
keren.
going. And the beaches in the
Bisa
storm.
dimakan nggak?
Nothing escapes her sight.
Impressive! Maybe she's planning her escape.
Now she's planning for
Is she also going to
doomsday.
swim? It seems like we're in for a swimming competition. Speaking of which, it would be nice if those tortoise slowpokes could swim a little faster.
She hang up and resume the surveillance on her target. The next 2 hours are critical. The eyeliner are busy with cleaning ceremony while the outsiders are preparing for their departure.
Look, Sonetto, I understand your plan now.
Departure.
But
I still can't shake off a bad feeling about all this.
You got a feeling.
Don't worry, Regulus. We have gone over this many times. The margin of error should be below 0.00025%. I'm confident that it will work.
I know. Spare me with the numbers. I know I can rely on you.
She waved her hand quickly as if sweating away the number like flies.
I'm still worried about Vertin. Will she make it back in 2 hours? If she doesn't come back in time, who's going to take charge and guide us? We'll have to steer our own course, won't we?
Yes.
Vanity nods.
Laplace is gathering every piece of information they can find on the storm. The discovery of the asymmetrical nuclide R was already a remarkable breakthrough. It would help the immunity research a lot if the timekeeper could find something useful in that cave.
Dan ini kayak menganalogikan Fire Thief itu manusia, God itu Fire Thief itu manusia, God itu arkanis. Fire Thief ini ingin mencuri kekuatan dari God dan membuka Pandora Box. Nah, Pandora Box itu Storm. Welcome Agung, gimana kabar hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah saya suruh harus nih, welcome. Katanya Yusuf di channel ini ada PP yang jago pakai Prolopa ya? Enggak, Prolopa aja gua nggak dapet anjir. The pirate is not satisfied with the answer. Evidently, he has a strong opinion on the matter.
I don't think she's going to have a lovely time there, judging by what happened to me last time.
Having spent the longest time there, she is undoubtedly the most qualified to comment on the subject.
Is it just me, or do you
Kamu
also
Yusuf.
find this a bit fishy?
Kamu tertipu.
The dangers
Kamu
aside,
tertipu.
using an
Kamu
answer as a
terjerabab.
reward?
Kamu kecungkel.
What? Is this deity some sort of answering machine?
In fact, a Pyrrhon is a philosophical concept introduced by the ancient Greek philosopher Anaximander, which means the origin of everything. It is the physical manifestation of the boundless, the
Mana tuh makhluk
indeterminate,
nggak
and the
muncul,
infinite.
nggak tahu. Coba kamu
Everything
panggil.
arises from it and returns to it.
Sebut namanya 3 kali.
But it appears to serve a more practical purpose for the believers on this island.
Kamu udah dapet Prolopa kah?
Miss Marta told me about this. There are limits to the knowledge one can acquire, even when using numbers, which are considered closest to the essence. But a Pyrrhon is a boundless, limitless existence. If we wish to seek knowledge beyond our own limitations, we must turn to it for help.
He faithfully recited what he learned from the teaching of Aperion. Apple adjusts his bow tie, grateful for her contribution.
To the best of this apple's recollection, the more ancient, abstract, and intangible an entity is,
Kan
the
buah
more
bang.
likely it possesses
Nah
arcane
itu anaknya
powers
muncul.
beyond our fathom.
Kaca lebih tepatnya
By
habis
communing with the
asteroidku
supreme existences
anjay.
through sympathetic magic,
Habis.
worshippers could gain the guidance
Gak
of
bisa
the
habis dir
transcendental
apa
gnosis.
namanya habis ngepul siapa?
They would, of course, exact a price from the worshippers as well.
Price?
Just hearing the words make her heart sing.
Could you be more specific on that, Mr. Apple? What's the price? Lives or something else?
Something. Ala, Kem Yusuf. Hell now. Halo Fuyuka, gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sesuara nih, welcome.
Very good. Now you are on number 1.
Apa ini? Kita ngapain,
You
Jir?
should jump to 7. This is a 4x4 magic square. You just need to make sure every 4 steps you take adds up to 34.
Only wind fills the air. The unstable footing is the only solid thing they can Relion. The path into the cave is completely different than before. The transparent stairs are gone, as are the swirling golden line in the air. Now only cold rock was around them, and numbered brick lie beneath their feet. It is a game of hopscotch unlike any other.
I don't understand, 37. This place was different the last time we were here.
Ternyata RC3 sama signature weapon RC3. Aku aja cuma dapetin Kt3 anjir, ini RC3. Hell no. Gue juga punya Kt3 sih. Pamer. Abis nonton ulang Last Cookie Standing aku Hana. Lah, namamu kok ganti lagi kawan? Berisik tukang scam kalau guru MTK ketika disuruh bikin dunia baru.
It has changed because the test has begun. The path to new knowledge is always harder than verifying a known result.
Kamu very sukan Fuyuka?
This is like a labyrinth with a minotaur.
Namamu kenapa berubah? Sejak kapan, Jir?
But weren't those labyrinth walkers offerings to the Minotaur?
Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to care or be concerned at all.
Now we're going to solve the magic square. Vertin, the next number is 10.
Whoosh. The world turns around them, a space is revealed. As the magic square is solved, the massive once more.
It turned into a magic circle. We have to calculate again. This one's easy. The sum of the numbers on each circle should be equal to the sum of the numbers on its diameter plus the number in the middle.
Ah,
We're just going from a square
37.
to a circle. It's not that difficult. You are now on 32. We need
It's
to find
not that
17 or
difficult, you
21.
say? Completely absorbed in solving the puzzle, she doesn't notice what's coming up behind her. A geometric figure with the number 21 darted towards her. For a moment she thought she heard it chuckle.
Careful, 37.
Musik tukang scam. Oh, kok gurumu ke MTK ketika disuruh bikin dunia Haname kapan main? Hubungnya Sabtu. Ini kalimat yang sering disebut sama Mau sering yang jadi pakai dulu namanya ini untuk sehari. Cek postingan YouTube-nya dong abangan post gampling. Aku tanya Haname sup bukan lauk. Disuruh ngitung ini. Marah mulu cepet tua ntar hei. Next post karena kamu nggak punya dinamo nggak wajib dapetin manusia duri. Gargoyle aja ambilnya buat meta blood. Gargoyle haha, dinamo nggak. Kemencet mulu.
The numbers are coming to life. We need to put them back in place.
Orang udah punya tim hasil lengkap mah bebas gak usah mikir full tim ini itu. Kurang anjir. Kan apa namanya aku udah main somnambulus apalah itu yang
Straight to the point.
namanya.
I like that.
Kurang tim, kurang apa namanya? Kurang image. 8 times 7 equals 21.
What? Are you making fun of my name?
White shell, pencil-like forelimbs.
Ah! It deflected my arcane skill! Vertin, it's no use attacking 21. Just focus on 9 and 33 instead.
Ya anjir ada namanya anjir.
Start with the number that has the largest absolute value. 33.
What is...
I admire your
Into the darkness.
I don't need the high ground to hurt you. I found my target.
Keep up the pace.
Addio, straniero. Non voltarti indietro. You see it coming.
Kita meninggal semua anjir. Oke.
Keep going.
Oke.
For our dream, comrade.
Tetap penting munge di fitur endgame nggak bisa selalu dipakai. Iya, nggak bisa selalu dipakai anjir. The ground cease to shake and everything comes to a standstill once again. The number have returned to their original position. 37 breezed past them with careful smile, making beeline for the exit.
Like I said, it's not that big of a deal.
He stopped. Before the gate stand a familiar figure.
I thought the next question would be the Ford Circle, the Monster Group, or Hilbert's Infinite Grand Hotel.
Mas Gung, BP ini diajak mampir sama Mas Ayam agak turis spy. Main move seru kayaknya. Ngawur sup. Hah? Ayam? Turis spy? Nih, who is that?
Yes, I'm the real Six.
I wouldn't be so sure. When it comes to the essence, we are all shadows cast on a wall by a flickering fire. How do you know you're the real Six?
This was too much to take in. Even 37 can't help but step back.
Did you just smile?
Kayaknya Six nggak pernah smile.
Now I very much doubt that you're real.
Kan?
I didn't. And I am the true Six. This gate has always been guarded by a Six.
The leader reverts back to a blank expression. 37 doesn't seem thrilled to hear her friend
I
here.
have a bad feeling about this. I think the question we're about to answer will be very simple. It's just a formality, isn't it? You'll ask a question and let us through. I've seen you do that on other tests before.
Gak suka anaknya.
Formality is also important.
Dia gak suka.
No, only the essence is important. Only the forms are important.
Six shook his head, showing no inclination to continue the debate.
This is a question about the essence and
masih
forms,
kurang caranya
37.
dia. Ya, aku masih kurang banyak, anjir.
Please pay
Mabar
heed
buah
to
buat
it.
apa anjay ya? Siapa tahu kan Mas Gung bebek kombonya ayam
As
nyari
for Miss
monster level
Vertin,
120 Mas.
we only expect you to lend a
Ngebut par
patient ear.
anjay. Mending selesai story atau event terbang-terbang itu sup. Oh nice, very sun. Capture the pig. This is the pig. Halo Telo. Gimana kabarmu hari ini? Sudah makan, sudah minum, sudah sehat, sudah waras-waras nih. Welcome. Telo tuh Telo kan bukan. Makanan gitu. 37 looks at Six with determination. The same look she had when she faced that challenge in the game of Kotabos. She's confident that she can solve any problem that comes her way.
37.
Ya, cuman belum mandi aja. Mandi.
If
Biar
your pursuit of
wangi.
truth were to lead to the destruction of your faith and beliefs, would you still keep going?
What?
She exclaimed involuntarily.
What kind of question is that?
Something you need to answer, my honey? Ya juga ya, masa konten mabarnya cuman buat nyari monster level 120 doang ya, makanya.
If my pursuit of truth will be the destruction of my beliefs.
She shook her head repeatedly, looking more perplexed than with When she checked, the man's follower met Helmer.
I came for the truth, and my faith is the truth. Why would the truth be destroyed by the truth?
Salah pusing aku ngomong the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth, 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 truth.
If it's because I did the calculation wrong, I'll go back and do it again. And next time, I will do better.
An answer without hesitation, causing the gatekeeper to pause for an extra moment of silence.
What if the essence of truth is there is no truth?
Aduh, pertanyaannya sulit.
Isn't that also a form of the truth? Its non-existence is an answer in itself, is it not?
Jadi Bebe ini kok baru tahu aku gamenya. Ini game gacha juga kak? Iya, ini game gacha juga. Reverse 1999. Punya VA bagus-bagus banget. 37 has clearly run out of patience with the Sophie's 3. He stared at 7 as 6 in annoyance, trying to detect any sign on his face that he might be playing a joke on her. Sophie's 3. Canggih kan? Cara berpikir yang menyesatkan, cara berpikir yang tidak masuk akal. Tidak masuk akalan ini maksudnya.
I should be more specific.
Dan
You may
apa
see it
namanya?
as
Haname
another
mainin
allegory.
game ini gara-gara apa namanya? Karakternya
stands
tuh
before
ganteng-ganteng,
Open
cakep-cakep.
it, and you will find the truth you seek.
Aku sukanya game
But at the
jalan-jalan
same
kayak
time,
gua gitu, tapi nggak
the world
pikir
as
gak
you know
impact.
it will crumble. Will you still open it?
Aduh, kalau mau jalan-jalan. 37 blinks this time. Her answer is often more clear and resolute.
Yes. If my world changes because the truth is revealed, doesn't that mean
Aku
my
nggak suka
previous
kirim
understanding was wrong and
aku nggak
should be
suka
corrected?
impact karena apa namanya
What's
explorationnya
behind the hate is
sulit.
really the truth.
Capek
Why
jir.
would I give up the truth for falsehood?
I see. You've passed. As a reward, I will bestow upon you this sacred ritual.
What ritual?
It will bridge the gap between you and the supreme existence during communion.
Mulai-mulai nyenggol game sebelah. A gilded scroll is present to her, but the winner only furrow her brow even harder.
Was that it? You didn't even ask a question that posed a real challenge. See, Vertin, I knew this was just a formality. Vertin?
No, 37. I think this question...
37. There are some words I'd like to share with you.
Oh, yang
Not
di
as six,
R99
but
sering nggak
myself,
punya muka loh mbak.
who used to live
Night,
under the name
Alep, Karon.
Atticus.
Ya, aku melihat anjir. Tapi Alep keren
We know
anjay.
the story of Socrates'
Kelihatan
life,
ganteng.
how truth and
Cakep dilihat dari
politics are
mana.
at odds with each other.
Ya udah, kalau gitu
Either be
nggak usah
wise,
cowoknya deh, ceweknya deh kayak
uninvolved,
Isolde dah.
and look on.
Emang di
be
WoW nggak
practical,
capek kan mapnya besar
involved,
juga apa karena
and
udah ada
suffer.
fitur terbang kan soalnya ada fitur terbang sama fitur yang
I
loncat-loncat
hope you
itu
will remember your
makanya
answer
enak.
when the defining
Terus kalau
moment
misalnya
comes for
kamu
you.
mau tembak-tembak nggak usah ganti karakter jadi tembak-tembak, ada fitur apa namanya tembak-tembak. Gili. Lo nggak punya muka di reverse malah paling cakep. Iya anjir, the game has been disappointed. 37 frowned in frustration but she kept a tight grip on the scroll. The gate in the center of the circle has swung open, but the path ahead is still shrouded in mist.
We should go, Vertin. There's a long way ahead.
Oh, Bebe ini juga satu cinta sama Alep.
I hope the next
Soalnya
question will be
cakep.
more fun.
Gila dikit nggak ngaruh. Dikit ya. Gila dikit ya. Sama belok dikit nggak ngaruh ya. thing, brother. Dikit lagi dibunuh ya.
Join with us, comrades.
Ya anjir, dikit lagi apa namanya, nyawanya ngilang anjir.
73, a good number. It's the 8th twin prime, the 8th lucky prime, and the same combination as 37. But sadly, you're the 21st prime number, which makes you less than perfect. 13, let's start with 73, because it has the largest absolute value. Nice choice, Vertin. You are a quick learner.
You are a quick
Wait for the
learner.
right moment.
I don't need the high ground. I'll show you. I found my target.
Aduh, apa suaranya si
You see it coming.
siapa itu, si 37 lama-lama kayak suaranya kartun-kartun buat anak kecil tuh loh. Lucu banget cuy.
Nothing I haven't expected so far. Just like what Mom told me.
Mamnya pernah kesini.
They're just games, like skipping rocks, katabos, and hopscotch. I've always been good at games. Look, there's the gate, Vertin. We're almost at the end.
37 claps her hand, dissatisfaction having resolved yet another obstacle, but her companion is much more pensive. Ya, VA-nya sama kayak si namanya apa itu? 37 VA aslinya malah nggak suara lucu gitu padahal. Oh ya? Cuman buat ini doang ya.
What's the matter, Vertin? You've been quiet since we met 6. But you're number 0, not 6. You have no common factor with him.
No. I'm only thinking.
Mikir apa, Mbak Vertin?
What's the question you're going to ask? We've only got one chance.
The most important question of all, of course.
About the essence of the emanation, right?
It's not hard to guess. The airliner devote their life to study the end surface of the essence. Nothing is more important than this question. The essence reveals the ultimate truth that underlies all existence. Everything else is just a fragment of phenomenal world. It might not directly solve the issue of the storm immunity, but knowing its nature will certainly help with that aspect. And it's the key to solving not just one problem, but many others.
Well, the essence of it is important. But one day, we will eventually come to understand it. Even if we leave it alone for now, it will still be there. Yes?
I think so.
He seems to have something else in mind.
I can't stop thinking about Regulus. Despite being so close to the answer, she turned back in the cave, determined to earn the answer rather than receive it on a silver platter. It's like covering your ears in front of the oracles at Delphi. How typical of an irrational number. But she was also right, wasn't she? None of the precepts forbids one from doing so. People like her may fall behind or get distracted along the way, learning at a slower pace. But in the end, we will all converge. It doesn't matter if some arrive sooner than others.
So, are you going to ask something else?
This time she not.
Yes, I have come up with a better question.
Question up?
A question that will solve all our problems once and for all, and free everyone from the emanation.
Eh?
It's not as profound as my first question,
but it's an equally good one.
I see. I will stop here then.
Huh?
She turned around, eyes wide with surprise.
Vertin, are you turning back like Regulus? But you're a zero. You're not an irrational.
No, I won't go far. I will wait for you here. This is your gate to open. It is your question, your answer. I will stay here and watch over you. If you encounter any danger in there, I will come to your aid at once.
But don't you also have a question to ask a Peron? Aren't your doubts unresolved?
No, I don't need to ask anymore. The question you're going to ask, the one that will free us all from the emanation, is exactly the question I want to ask, 37.
37 tilts her head curiously, but her confusion soon fades. She quickly understands, as she does with most things in life.
I see. So you're choosing to be the one who looks on, like the third kind of men in the Olympic Games. A choice of insight, most appropriate for the number 0.
Without further hesitation, she turned and stepped into the final gate.
In that case, I will see you later then, Vertin.
Vertin itu memang
See you
pintar,
soon,
anjir.
37.
Put the suitcase down and breathe. Be ready for anything.
Will this really be the collapse of her world as she knew it? Like Six said, if that happens, I'll be here to hold the umbrella for her.
Outside the limit. The cave is bathed in warm, flickering candlelight. Preparation for the cleansing ceremony are finally complete. The Intercore are waiting for their leader to return.
Do you think 37 is going to make it?
888 lower her voice, concealing her worry.
Who knows?
Who knows? Leaning against the cavern, then 210 absent-mindedly adjusts the grapevine on his hair out of boredom.
6 should be the easiest one to pass. The math puzzles in the labyrinth shouldn't be a problem for our little star either. The only tricky question is from a Peron, and no one knows what it will be. It is a fair game. Answer a Peron's question and it will answer yours. But if you give the wrong answer, oops.
Oops, gampang banget ya ngomongnya oops doang jir. He pins a grab between his finger and crosses it.
It'll hardly be a graceful end.
You are gross.
888 shook her head, not even bothering to hide her disgust.
We know little about the test. The last person to pass the test was 300 years ago. The price of failure was high. For the longest time, the Sixers forbade people from risking their lives for it.
Well, 6 lied. Someone passed the test 4 years ago.
And it was 6? An unexpected piece of information, even 200 straightened up in attention. The banshee gazed into the distance, watching the shadow cast by candle dance on the wall.
The two of them are so much alike. Their talents, their mindsets, even their first thoughts when facing an impossible challenge.
Ooh.
It is an irresistible temptation indeed.
Ooh.
With a path to all truths right in front of you, just within reach. Who wouldn't want to give it a try?
Kenapa ya suka baca buku yang merusak mental? Hana, baca apaan aku tadi? Kamu baca apa, anjir? Merusak mental kayak gimana, anjir? Amid the swirling light and shadow, the trial is reaching its conclusion. It has reached the heart of the maze, the lair of Minotaur, where the final challenge awaits. Through the mist, a form gradually takes shape. First, it appears to be smaller than a shoulder, but it continues to transform into a king, a farmer, child, and elder. Finally, it stopped and solidified into a young woman, a sharp and chilling smile.
Mama, how are you here?
A soft chuckle slipped out from the shadow.
No, I'm not who you think I am, child. I'm but a shadow, a flicker of fire, a projection before you. The finite cannot comprehend the infinite. Your limited senses cannot imagine what you've never seen, nor fathom what you've never heard. I am the answer to your desperate prayers. I am the blindfold before you see daylight. I'm the reflection of your confused,
celengan. Di sini
I'm
mana
the
celengannya?
echo of
Aku
the
tolong boleh ya?
last visitor.
But you look just like Mama.
Mamanya 37 dulu juga pernah masuk ke sini, anjir. Makanya bisa ngasih tahu 37. Oh, I see.
This is the last obstacle of the test. The gate of truth is just ahead, right?
Singkat cerita, Han cowok pen
And here
dirinya
you are,
sendiri karena dia
standing
ketemu
in
sama
front of me.
itulah. Covernya terus melakukan
Have you finally reached the transcendental realm?
Kamu baca
So
apa,
my
anjir?
conjecture was right, and our model did not fail, correct?
The transcendental realm?
The woman laugh is strange and unsettling.
You speak adorable nonsense, my dear daughter. Did you really believe what I said? You silly little goose.
37 stopped in her track and lifted her head in disbelief. Still locked her eyes with those aquamarine orbs that are unmistakably her mother's eyes.
Have you not doubted, even for a moment? You did. You wavered when you strolled the shores at night, when you
Rupanya
inevitably
gurunya saking
gazed at
lamanya
the
nggak pernah rasa
geometric
irama jadi anggap
bodies.
guru cowok ini pasangan lalu harus. Apa yang kamu
If they
baca,
really
anjir,
are
girls?
manifestations of the
Girls,
transcendental
you're
world,
reading something,
why can't I
girls,
find
bro.
Mama's number in the broken pieces? You thought. Why can't I hear her voice? Why can't I see their patterns? The darkness blinds me. I miss you, Mama. Oh, my poor, sweet daughter. You are too young and naive, too attached to what is familiar and too trusting of your teachings. You should have continued doubting instead of following my outdated footsteps.
Udah CH7, udah Alan. Welcome,
Was
gimana
the
kabar hari ini?
conjecture
Terima kasih
wrong?
sudah sudah saya sudah
Was the
harus
model
welcome. Terakhir kan
Does
memang
not matter, child.
apa
The
namanya
rules of the game have changed.
Terakhir chapter 6.
The chaos makers, the fear mongers, and the rule
Mau nanya,
shapers,
welcome Nicole,
they
gimana
have
kabarmu hari ini?
already
Terima kasih sudah
outpaced
minum, sudah
us.
suara nih, welcome. Nanya apa tuh?
We were not wrong. We simply fell behind. We were blinded by the dream of the transcendental realm and could not see through reality. But worry not, my daughter. You have made it here, and that is all that matters. We will do the calculations together. This time, the results will be more accurate than ever.
Mama. Cara melupakan seseorang gimana? Mencari kesibukan. With a gentle smile, the woman tucks her hair behind her ear and reaches out a hand to the girl. Ada dua cara.
This world is an enormous wasteland, 37.
Cari kesibukan atau
Look at the
udah
creations
mikirin
in
aja
it.
sampai muak.
The congested, silent herds that scurry
Rupanya
to
ibu
and
cowok ini
fro
udah
in their
perawat
meaningless
terus fitnah
lives.
kakeknya yang guntingin dia, padahal hubungan kelas sama
Never
pasnya.
have they looked at the stars above, nor bent to smell the flowers. The melodies of the patterns
did
above
you
go
read?
unheard by them.
What did you
Their
read,
souls
my
are resonant
friend?
to their wisdom.
It sounds so cursed. What the
They
hell,
are the
bro?
prisoners of their bodies, complacent in their dulled senses, and conceited over their success of ruling the planet through violence and bloodshed. They mocked us, shunned us, and slaughtered us. They discriminated against us throughout the ages.
Cari hobi, kayak
branded us
mancing
as
misalnya.
lunatics and
Mancing
spat on
mania
what we
boleh,
held
mancing
dear.
bukan. Mancing ikan beneran ya. Soalnya
But
mancing ikan
we
bisa
never
dimakan.
gave up once. We were never truly defeated. One day, they will be proven wrong, and they will be forced to admit it. My daughter, my precious little pearl.
I will not recommend you to read
Come
that
to me,
word if your
back
mental
in your
health go
mother's
down to
arms.
beauty. Hui.
Let us return
Aku
to a
mendingan
time
baca yang
before
fluffy
disputes and
anjay.
disasters, when it was
Kayak
just you and me
yang barusan
wandering
aku
the
baca
boundless
itu.
beach.
Bapak ngadopsi anak. Itu banget.
I will share with you the infinite secrets of this world, the essence of all things, and the
Kamu sukanya
truth
bacanya yang
that
kayak begituan ya?
everything.
Aku mempertanyakan.
That's what you came for, yes?
Her eyes are earnest and sincere. Lady Seven slowly climbed the stair, longing to reach out and grasp her mother's hand. She suddenly looked up, confused, and asked a question.
But Mama, I am 37, not infinity. Why would I want an infinite number of secrets?
The character is similar with me? What do you mean similar?
The ground is shaking. Did
Pick
she
it
give the wrong
up,
answer?
pick it up, pick it up. Know your limit. Seorang yang rela mengorbankan apapun demi cewek yang disukainya hingga hilang akal dan buta akan dunia sendiri. No, no, don't be like that, my friend. Covered in illusory landscape shift again. A fierce wind abruptly rise around her. Amidst the howling gale, 37 looked defiantly up into the air, her eyes peering past her mother's silhouette.
I don't long for the infinite secrets, for it is not within the scope of my number. I know who I am. I am only 37, a finite number, a pebble in the sand. The tides could wash over me, engulf me, and crush me at any moment. Even so, I am glad to be 37,
for I know my limits. I know my boundaries. A concept whose supreme existences cannot even fathom.
Permanent shadows shattered, stars simmering and pulsing, and pulsing in the air as if they were alive. The wind picks up, whipping her hair around and forcing her to narrow her eyes against the camera. As she stands her ground, refusing to yield.
Appear on the boundless one. I am here for a simple question. How can we escape the darkness of the phenomenal world and be free from the emanation forever?
Seorang yang rela mengobrolkan apa-apa itu nama sampean kalau tinggal di island Apira nomor berapa, Mbak? Piro yo? Gak ngerti. Ono negatif yo. 3 maybe, gak tahu kenapa 3. Kenasmi? Karena aku gak ngerti. Gak ngerti aku anjir konsep yang di sini penomorannya anjir. Her voice disappear into the white. Like a pebble sinking into pond. But then the ripples echo back. Lihat suaranya anjir. Keren banget VA-nya. Peak sekali. Incomprehensible sounds assault her ear, like ancient echo rising from the depth of the ocean. There aren't recognizable syllable or any language, unknown language, but more like the reverberation between layer of rock wall is not stabbing through her like a dagger. Her breathing becomes labored and blood trickles from her nose. Dizziness turned in her head, causing her vision to blur and double.
How? It clearly promised me an answer.
Bahasanya kayak Arkan.
Is it because the answer to my question, the transcendental truth, is outside of our limits too?
Pingsan kah?
Make way! Move!
Apalagi apa yang terjadi, Bolo?
Madam Lucy, we have the right pronunciation. The script you gave me was correct. This is the arcane language of the incantation. Where did you get it?
Very well. Give it to me. Inform all research teams that we are moving on to the next phase of the project.
We've ensured footsteps right past glass-walled room, stopping at the main control room of the Storm Observation Research Facility. The control station is bustling with activity as the liaison sends messages through electrical signal and pneumatic tube to various offices, all part of well-oiled routine. Enigma is here too.
If you're here to check on the progress, there is none.
Kamu entitas lebih tinggi, sedang bingung hubungannya apa tuh 77 sama 37. Kalau 37 prima, kalau 77 tidak. Apakah mereka menghubungkan nama? Gak tahu. Fun fact, 37 kalau dikali sama angka kelipatan 3 hasilnya 3 digit angka yang sama. BTW, Uris awalnya mau dijadiin cewek. Uris bagus kayak sekarang aku dapat portrait anjir.
I'm afraid you'll leave disappointed, Madam Lucy.
Oh, we already got name. The robot hardly noticed the mockery in his tone. He approached one of the lions and held out her hand. In her palm is the script roll, by the door.
Send this to everyone.
Everyone, like...
It has been verified. This is the correct pronunciation of the immunity ritual.
This is...
Oh, la 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 la. His hands tremble. Is what it says. The tiny slip of paper holds great import. Following the pronunciation guideline, he carefully spelled out the first word.
La unwa.
The script is taken from his grasp. Standing next to him is Liaison, holds the script in her hand, also trembling with excitement.
We must share this with everyone!
He trotted over the control station. The script is transposed onto the screen. The Liaison meticulously checks every detail, ensuring that nothing is overlooked.
La unua circlo.
She read into the microphone, her voice confident and clear. With the final press of the send button, she turned away with a satisfied smile on her face.
Help!
Without a warning, her torso cracked apart and her entire form crumbled, shattering to the ground in...
What was that?
What is happening, bro? All hell break loose. They are scraped loudly against the floor. Coffee cups clatter to the ground and people scramble about in a frenzy. The director of Labs remains still, her eyes fixed on the rapidly flashing light on the screen.
Stop the transmission! The ritual is wrong!
He paused. In the face of chaos and turmoil, it falls on someone to step up and take action.
No. The incantation is indeed correct.
Dora, no. Siapa yang pakai infinite gauntlet gear dikasih paham sama Storm? Then what the fuck is that? If the incantation is right, what is that?
What is going on?
In other glass wardrobe, the researcher looked up on their work in confusion. The unlocked door has been sealed tight and their electronic equipment is flashing erratically.
Warning. Warning.
At the same time, all of their screen light up
Hey Dawkins, forget the outside. Come look at this.
simultaneously, indicating the arrival of new message.
Some guys cracked it. They found the correct pronunciation.
For real? They better be serious if this is some kind of prank.
Despite the blaring alarm, the staff gathered around their screen, eagerly reading out loud the incantation that was just sent.
La una circlo?
Menghilang juga kah?
Damn it! Damn it! Shit!
He ran down the corridor at full speed, gasping for air as the airlock door began to close. He flung himself through the closest room with glass wall filled with thick white smoke. He sprinted out of the door and frantically pounced on it.
Ulrich! Dawkins! Victor! Ricard! Are you in there? Listen, if you receive the pronunciation of the incantation, do not recite it, do not write it down, do not pass it on. I know we've had our differences, but you have to trust me. I'm trying to save you.
Mereka bukan the chosen one. Feeling silence loom on the other side of the door. The only noise can be heard is Lucian whispering.
Warning! Warning!
Through the speaker.
All personnel stay away from their communication terminals. Do not recite any messages on the screen. Repeat, do not recite the incantation. Do not recite the incantation. Do not recite.
Door suddenly opened. The smoke pouring out nearly choked him.
Richard?
Vtuber emerged from the thick smoke. His mouth was stiff and his face is expressionless as he opened his mouth to speak. Cold red warmed the corner of his lip and quickly spread through his entire face as if he were made of clay. Suddenly he collapsed, his skin splitting and la la la.
Richard!
Enigma quickly moved to support him, preventing his colleague from breaking into pieces on the hard floor. He checked his vitals, still alive, only his skin has been affected by the mutation underneath the cracked exterior. He can still see human flesh and...
Don't speak. We're going to the recap center.
Oh.
No, you go, Dawkins.
Lifting a body finger, he managed to point toward the room. Slowly, a monumental figure emerged from the hazy entrance. It is mud golem, with thick clump of mud dripping off its body. Only remaining human element in the green blade barely on the ground.
Dawkins? No, no, no!
The airlock door at the end of the hallway hissed open. A squad of security guard with hypnoballad and restraint net.
Researcher Adler, please evacuate immediately. We will take over from here.
Berarti memang bukan sembarang orang ya yang bisa dapat immunity-nya. Wah, ceritanya seru sekali, guys. Biasanya Haname ngantuk-ngantuk kalau dengerin ceritanya ini. Aku nggak ngantuk kalau yang ini.
I'll show you.
You see it coming.
This is Sparta!
Icaros, find your mark.
Addio, straniero.
Wah, ngedis, kena dis.
Into the darkness. Wait for the right. Into the darkness.
I found my target.
You see it coming. Liberato dal fratello.
Icaros, eyes on the target. I bring you victory.
Questline-nya kah? Enggak sih. Ceritanya
I thought the
ceritanya
worst case
biasanya
would be
itu
that the
apa
ritual is
menurutku kayak
useless since
agak
no one here can
membosankan
wield it.
gitu.
I was wrong. So terribly wrong. The reality is a million times worse. We have invited a disaster. It is a curse, even more unpredictable, unstable, and uncontrollable than the mask.
He gripped his hair tightly, his voice hoarse as he shouted.
Dora crumbled to dust. Richard cracked like dry land, and Dawkins turned into a statue of mud. And Victor, he vanished. We've tried everything, but he's nowhere to be found. Yet he's here, typing, sending emails, getting to door for me. All of these catastrophic events, and only 3 words were uttered. 3.
He shook his head and laughed bitterly. Not even in the mood for mockery after all that happened.
What are we dealing with, Madame Lucy? Which deity are we provoking and stealing from?
No one can answer this question. The security guards are busy cleaning up the mess, while liaisons are frantically issuing warning and confirming the extent of casualty. Rehab center personnel will also arrived, and as they leave, their stretchers are filled with injured people. The supervisor finished up a call and hung up on the phone. Hang up the phone on the wall.
Get some rest, Mr. Adler. Your mission is complete. Other researchers will take it from here.
I mean, kenapa mereka nggak konfirmasi dulu anjir sebelum di
You what?
salahan? He asked in disbelief, anger swelling in his chest.
Are you not going to call it off? After all that's happened?
The research must go on.
The robot answer is concise and cold.
The authenticity of the incantation and the fact that any arcanist can recite it were revealed to us through this unexpected mishap. Now, a new question arises. How can we eliminate the side effects? From now on, we no longer require the help of human researchers.
Her tone is calm and gentle, yet with authority. The decision has been made.
Only Arcanum can lift a curse of Arcanum.
Aiguya.
37.
The eerie sounds continue to reverberate in the cave. 37 kneel on the transparent stair, blood seeping from her mouth
Stay with
and
me.
nose.
I'll get you out.
The suitcase, the noise wouldn't reach her in there. It could be her refuge. 37 suddenly jerks. Slowly an ornate scroll rises from her breast.
Is this Six's scroll?
Alah, kena flashbang gua anjir, sumpil. What the hell? The strange noise began to fade. In its place, its ancient melody. Disuruh dengerin suara lagu kah?
+1, -1, +2, -3, 3, -3, +2, -1, +1.
What are you doing, 37?
I see. I understand now.
What did you say? 37. Are you feeling better now?
She nodded, having regained her
The
clarity.
numbers, Burton.
Yeah.
Six's scroll reconciled the gap between the supreme existence and me. I can now hear and understand. The answer to my question, the solution to free us from the emanation, the response Apeiron promised me, is a string of numbers.
When the storm unity incantation constant form, if you are aware of the if you are aware of the responsibility and risk and still wish to participate in the storm unity spell research project, please read and sign below. Please note that if you refuse to sign after reading, you will be placed under surveillance until the research is complete due to confidentiality requirement. Warning, do not recite the following content in any non-subliminal setting. Reciting this spell will cause random curse, therefore its distribution is forbidden. If you have to recite this spell and remain conscious, please immediately stop moving, stay where you are, and try to perform action that might indicate your continued existence until discovered by the post-incident handling team. The text of the incantation is as follows. Do not recite, do not disseminate. Loss of observability, structural breakdown, total modification, epidermal modification. Aiguya. ceritanya seru sekali, tapi jir lama juga ya ceritanya tambahan. The wind died down, the cave is quiet again. The trial is over. As usual, the star of Hermes had found her answer.
We got it. The key to the gate of truth. Apiron has answered me. This is the final solution.
What solution, my honey? She chirped delightful as the scroll completed its task and leaned back in her hand.
We must leave here at once. We have to tell everyone.
I am so proud of you, 37. We will save everyone.
There is finally room to breathe, if only for a brief moment. Yet the feeling of unease remains.
There's one thing I don't understand.
And that is?
She paused mid-step and looked back, tilting her head inquisitively.
6. His scroll saved your life. Maybe he foresaw the dangers and protected you from it, so you can leave there almost unharmed. But what was he trying to tell you? When he warned you about the collapse of your world as you know it?
The walk to the glens inside is long. Only the sound of dripping water and soft footsteps can be heard in the tunnel.
Mind your step, everyone. We are passing the wall of truth. The wall will come crashing down if false words are spoken. Silence is advised here, unless circumstances dictate otherwise.
The follower nods with respect. They have walked past the wall of silence, goodness, and wisdom respectively as a part of the ritual. Only those who embody this virtue can be safe passage to final cleansing.
888?
Kenapa anjir? The custodian suddenly stepped up in front of the leader, blocking his path.
Forgive me, but this seems to be the right moment for some long-neglected questions to be answered.
As he speaks, a few others emerge from the crowd and surround. On the narrow pathway, there is no way to get around them.
Perhaps, but hardly appropriate or righteous.
We will talk of righteousness after you've shared what you know, 6. You've been silent for too long. 4 years have passed since you became 6, and for 4 years, you have been hiding things from us. The long-neglected questions have created a cloud of doubt between us, and now the boulder of fate is falling on us, and we are teetering on the brink of destruction. It's time to be honest and true to your people, while you still have them. We are the seekers of truth. It is unjust to keep us from it.
Kita bisa apa playable enggak ya? 8 is still unarmed, gesturing to those alangkah walls that surround them.
Let the wall of truth bear witness. I want nothing but an answer from you. I am not here to provoke untimely conflicts.
The walls stand firm, the genuineness.
Answer her, 6. You should be glad that I am not the interrogator here, because the wall would have collapsed immediately.
Word is not the doubt. The wall remains silent, seemingly confirming the rhetoric and mocking word as the truth.
You may lie, but the wall will fall. You may stay silent, then I will lie to break the silence and the wall. Or maybe you could outwit the wall with the liar's paradox. Only sadly, I have tested it for you. One cannot deceive it by stating, I'm lying. After all, it's a test of morality, not logic. It needs your honesty, not your wit or anything else.
It's a delicate situation, one that requires precision. The lettering once composed.
What do you wish to know?
What else? The most important question, of course. The question about the essence.
Take a step, his voice trembling, no longer as calm as he used to be. This question has plagued his mind for too long.
Why has our research stagnated for the past 4 years? Why did we fail to predict the emanation in 1929 and again in this time? Have we misunderstood the premise? What if the emanation is not a manifestation of the transcendental law at all?
Fix remains stoic, showing no sign of emotion.
Worshippers worship, thinkers think, governors govern, and researchers research. Your questions are not mine to answer, 210. A 6 has no expertise on the study of the emanation. I'm not qualified to answer about its essence.
A truth is spoken, and the silent one attests to its veracy.
Your question is too abstract, 210.
The custodian shook her head and took a step closer.
Don't dance around the subject, 6. The wisdom has been passed on to you, as it has to every other 6. You have inherited not only knowledge and insight, but also the memories of your predecessors. You must know the answer, for it is part of your inheritance. Tell us this. The last leader of the study of the emanation, 77. What question did she bring to appear on? And what answer did she receive?
There is no immediate response, confirming that she is hit the nail on the head.
I watched her walk into the cave and come out unharmed. I watched her, and the previous 6 boarded the ship in search of answers in the phenomenal world. The ship didn't come back in time. The emanation caught them. And that was only the beginning of our misfortunes. The model failed. Our whereabouts were revealed. Hysteria now poisons the minds of our people, and the empirical knowledge accumulated over the years suddenly no longer applies to the current situation. Why? What did she find out? Could it be that something's happened to the transcendental law above? Has the truth we believed in changed?
Embarrassed with so many questions, he let out a chuckle. He smiled with relief, like a prisoner finally receiving his death sentence after years of waiting. It has the opposite effect on the crowd. They hold their breath in suspense.
Hippasus discovered the secrets of Route 2 and toppled Pythagoras' school of thought. The controversy surrounding Newton and infinitesimals presented a challenge to the groundwork of calculus. Russell's self-referential paradox sparked the third mathematical crisis. Though said theory was eventually perfected, the lessons on self-referentiality remained. In the end, Gödel's incompleteness theorems showed that proving or disproving everything is impossible. Therefore, absolute knowledge is unattainable.
His profound sentiment echoes through the cave.
The boulder of fate will tumble down its peak, whether 37 is the one pushing it or not. However hard Oedipus tried to defy destiny, his path to tragedy remained unchanged.
You're talking in riddles again.
He furrowed her brow, however, Six gave her a small nod of respect.
I should thank you for bringing the question here, 888, so I may finally speak the truth. 77 did ask about the essence of the emanation.
He stands tall and looks around at the people. They are listening intensely.
She asked, what happened to the supreme existence? What plunged the world into madness? The answer was disorder and chaos.
The wall of truth still stands. The trial left behind the ancient seeds confirm his. A deep, ominous rumble comes from the center of the island. The tremors are like the island is being shaken into its core, like a tsunami and volcanic eruption combined.
You blasted!
210 is the first to come to realization. He learns and grabs the stick.
You knew this all along! From the first day of your revelation? When you became 6? You knew that the emanation was not a manifestation of the transcendental law and patterns above, but rather a symptom of its utter disorder and chaos? And you knew that the transcendental realm of numbers was no more, and that the essence of Numa, the one true form we believed in, had become an ever-changing existence like the irrational numbers?
Rest returns to consume him. The rhetorician glares at the leader, who has the audacity to confirm that their faith is shattered. He almost breaks into Twitter law.
4 years. You kept this to yourself for 4 years. Why? Was it for a false sense of peace? To keep the island stable? Did you deceive us to prevent the realization that our research would be in vain?
This does not answer the added inquiries, for they are not within his statute.
It's time to halt the bickering. Get everyone out of here now.
The custodian stepped in and spared them with a stern look. He then turned and began to lead the panicked crowd to safety. Amidst this chaos, the leader lowered his eyes and read the verse prepared for the ceremony.
Pray to the gods for what you are about to do, and pray that all goes well. Once familiar with this practice, you will understand the constitution of both eternal gods and mortal men.
Huh? What happened? Did they not carry out the cleansing ceremony?
You will know the extent of all things, the boundaries of their entirety, and what connects them together.
Whoa! What's going on? An earthquake?
No, this is... The large-scale ritual on this island is undoing itself?
You will see, as you should, that the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
Why? Why is our circle gone?
Kenapa circle-nya dihilangin, Jir? The leader stands quiet and resolute, like a rock by the sea. Watching the fall of the heavenly transcendental, feeling the tide of change was over everything.
Thus, you will not hope for what is beyond your reach, and you will not be deceived.
He rolls up the scroll and ends his reading.
Pray, my friends. Pray for yourselves and pray for everyone. Pray for all the suffering and misery around you.
Maksudnya apa anjir?
Reach into the unseeable darkness and pray to the unknowable supreme. Speak your hopes, for you are a finite creature yearning to transcend its own existence. The determination that once helped us overcome our insignificance and touch the light of Numa should guide us once more.
In the darkness, he lights up a torch.
Where are you going?
To the cave. The trial is not over. The final cleansing is yet to come. There are still duties to fulfill.
He thrusts forward. With his back and to the fearful crowd, he set off again onto the lonely road into the long night. Anjir, udah 5:30, ceritanya masih di tengah-tengah. Anjing. Hell nah, brother. Hell nah. Q&A?
Here is a well-known question you must have heard. What goes on 4 legs in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 3 in the evening? It's so well known that no one finds it
Masih
novel
seru-serunya anjir. Alamak, plot twist apa yang gue pilih?
But please, do me a favor and answer me yourself.
A human being.
Correct. This is the same answer Oedipus gave to defeat Sphinx, thus becoming a hero,
Panjang banget sih ceritanya
but
kalau
also
beneran
starting him on
dibaca.
his
Ini aku beneran baca
ill-fated destiny.
panjang, jer.
Raise a question, give an answer. This is the most fundamental ritual. Through this, we get nearer to God. Yes, a ritual. Whether it is by pouring out wine, slaughtering a calf, or circling round a fire with a baby in your arms. It is an agreement, a question that demands an answer. Every desire has a price, whether it is paid in wine, blood, or fire. But sometimes that sacrifice is taken from you without it ever being noticed. And the treasure you seek might be the undoing of your own desires. Let us take a look at another question. Stranger, what's your name? Cried nobody. Odysseus answered, and it allowed him to flee the Cyclops cave, safe and sound. A human being and nobody. 2 answers that could not be more alike, yet both were bound to fate by their answer. All right, dear, time to call it a day. As for you, you'll get the answers you seek. You've already paid the price.
Wow. Clear handwritten notes, the neat and forceful writing style reveal the writer's strong character. Lily, assistant record, walking on the beach with Martha. She's almost done with her tour of the island, collecting material for her travel log. I accompany her also to remind her to avoid the important area we don't want to to be exposed to the outside world. She is hoping for even more reading recommendation. Fine, I will consult 210 and Sophia. There are too many outsiders here. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it makes management more difficult. The leader strategy isn't the best at the moment. We must make clear decisions. We need to show some self-determination by repeatedly investing for united will. Faith will also be strengthened. Relying on the anyone won't work, nor can we put all our hope in one child and then sit back in satisfaction. It's impossible for this island to remain peaceful all the time. When it's necessary, it's always fall to me to do something. You should have noticed the error, or well, I don't believe that a person like 77 would not check the course again and calculate the angle. Even if she is too tired, 37 is still on the island. Why didn't Hawk take his notebook with him? I saw it at Sophia's place. He left in such a hurry that even her reason for leaving seems like an excuse. Would communicating with this supreme being really destroy person's mind? This is also strange. These guys talk a lot. Fortunately, he's also pretty useful and surprisingly hitting the same way as me. I thought he was the one who agreed most with the other. In fact, his speculations are close to my own. If I become a sis, I might be able to learn more. Position has been vacant for too long. A shield without a sword is ultimately unreliable. Now is the time. No matter what they say, I will apply. 210 also believes that 77 has the answer. What will the answer bring? I need to get to the bottom of this. Assistant who? When? What? Hooray! Oke guys, karena sekarang sudah jam 5:30 ya, saatnya otsu-otsu. Haname udah main berapa jam nih? 3 jam pas. Anjay, let's go. Kita udah menamatkan ceritanya lumayan ya, masih di tengah-tengah sih anjir, tapi what am I watching ceritanya sangat-sangat kompleks ya sekarang. Jadi sangat seru lebih tepatnya. Jadi seru. Oke. Kita lanjutin nanti hari Jumat. Kalau yang sekarang
eases
kita
people's minds
otsu-otsu dulu, oke?
and endows diamonds with glowing luxury.
Sebenarnya Haname
What a perfect occasion for deceiving.
nggak sabar buat ngelanjutinya, tapi dan nggak lah ya, kayaknya kita nggak usah ngebaca dulu lah. Sudahan kak? Ya udah sudahan dulu guys. And see you in the next time. Bye bye guys. Bye bye.